I'm waiting for Keanu. What I'm doing is waiting for Keanu because I can start.
What are you waiting for Keanu for? Keanu never does anything. You just walk right out of the thing.
You will say the most racist, untoward words. That one is just so untoward.
Oh, very untoward of me.
It's quite untoward. That was a bit untoward.
Something untoward.
No, fully untoward.
Very untoward.
That's untoward.
God damn it.
Which, in and of itself, is very untoward. Very untoward.
Untoward. Unfavorable, adverse, or disadvantageous. Unruly, troublesome. Unseemly, improper.
An adjective as well. There were a few untoward comments when I was leaving the room. Okay, here, untoward, inappropriate. Yeah? Okay, not right for the situation. His behaviour was untoward. Okay? Bad behaviour or not the right behaviour.
How untoward of me!
For the situation. Yeah? Okay, untoward.
Hello, everyone. Can you see me? Can you hear me? Can you feel me? I think you can. Tell me now or I'll start screaming. You can. Hi, welcome to Untoward Tuesday. We have a rabble-rousing episode for you, a rabble-rousing one. We're going to have so much fun. Michalene is backstage waiting to give us her take on the goings-on of the week. And I'm going to bring her in just a second. It's Untoward Tuesday. You know the name of the game, all right? We're going to get into it. We're going to hang out. We're going to have fun. Of course, we're going to cover some of the ridiculously of this week and my incredible win against the gaslighting, misogyny, horrible person Rekieta podcast. Maybe we'll call it that. Of course, we're going to recover. We're going to Rekieta recover. We're going to cover some reactions. This is part 3 of the coverage, but it's also Untoward Tuesday. So the name of the game, Untoward Board. I already have little red Nicky boy on there, and he will stay on there forever. But when I put in that call-in number, you call in with your most untoward story, and you too can get on the Untoward Board and win the distinguished Untoward Award. This is not a good untoward board for him. That's a bad untowardness. It doesn't have to be something untoward about you. It could be something that you heard in the news. It could be something salacious that you did or a friend of yours did. Just an untoward story. That's all. But nothing could be more untoward than little red Nicky boy. Am I right or am I right?
We were in a sexual and very romantic relationship for a long time.
Expect me to play that probably 100 more times this evening. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see here. Let me give out some Kiki Bucks. Thank you all for being here. 1,000,006 Kiki Bucks for everyone here. And 8 Kiki coins.
Wow.
Yay. Yay. And before we get started, a few people right here in the first one here, push-ups. Thank you for the $2, Kiki. Don't forget to use your hands. We were in a very romantic relationship, a sexual and very romantic relationship. Right, Nicky boy? What a weirdo. Oh my gosh. Don't forget to use your hands. That's right. That's right.
We were in a sexual and very romantic relationship for a long time.
Oh my gosh. Thank you for the $2 push-ups. And look at this. Adam Simon. Thank you for the 5 Keanu Thompson memberships. 1 trillion Kiki Bucks for you, my love. Thank you. Oh, that's so sweet. That is so sweet. All right, so I'm going to get Michalene in here as soon as she's ready. She is. She just texted me. Oh, she said, I have to change my shirt. 2 minutes. You know what? Sometimes what's fun about Michalene, among many things, is that, Jesus, there's so many fun things about her. You know Michalene. You know her. Look at her. She's a part of the Met. She likes to match my outfit. So, mostly because we're not just mother-daughter, we're best friends and co-hosts, right? So if she sits down and I have a certain color t-shirt on, she sat there and she was ready. And then she's like, no, I have to change my shirt. So that's why. So we're going to get into it again. We have a rabble-rousing episode for you. Lordy is, I see her down there, is Nicholas Rekieta. He is losing his mind on Twitter, as he has been for the past, 72 hours. We're going to get into a little bit of that too. Just take the loss and shut up. I mean, if I were him, I would just maybe go on a retreat or something. Go on a retreat, calm your nerves, leave your whippet canisters at home, and just take a little retreat or maybe a rehab of some sort. I don't think your children would miss you. I doubt that they ever see you, since all you do is spurg out on fucking the internet all day long, Nikki boy. We're praying for you. He needs a retreat. He definitely needs a retreat, right? So,
We were in a sexual and very romantic relationship for a long time.
After that, I would take a little retreat. Without further ado, Michalene, Cardellano, Thompson, everyone. Hi, Mommy.
Hi, Keanu. How are you?
I am well.
Oh my gosh. That screaming by him is just ridiculous.
Mommy, it cracks me the fuck up.
It just makes me laugh. It's so ridiculous.
I could watch it over and over again. It feeds my soul. We were in a sexual and very romantic relationship.
Oh my God. What the fuck?
I told you, listen, I told you we're going to play this 100 times and much more. But
I know.
I was telling them, it just kills me.
We were in a sexual and very romantic relationship for a long time.
We were in a sexual and very romantic relationship for a very long time. I'll never get over it. It's just too funny. So, yes, that's the goings-on of the week.
Oh, my God. I know. I watched some of it. I had to turn away from some of it. I had to watch again.
Well, we're going to... Oh, Adam Simon, thank you for the $2. Hi, Michalene.
Hi.
Isn't she beautiful?
I don't know why you're higher up and I'm too low. I like to be even with you. What should I do?
Sit on a pillow or something?
I am on 2 pillows.
Well, you're quite petite.
Okay, that's a little better, right?
That's better. Yeah.
Is that good?
Looks good to me. Yeah.
Okay. Can you hear me?
Yes, of course. Of course we can.
Okay.
Chris Thompson. Hi, Mom. Oh, she doesn't like that.
No, that's fine. You can call me Mom. It's fine.
Chris Thompson's a friend of ours. Araya. Hi, Mickey. Fire.
Hi, Araya. How are you?
I know we have some new...
everybody. I miss everybody.
I know. We have some, the original Butt Rug Babies are in here. We have some new people. So everybody just buckle the fuck in. And again, I will put in that call-in number. You call in with your most untoward story or an untoward story that you have about somebody else. And you too could get on the Untoward board and win the coveted Untoward Award. But this is part 3 of the Rekieta coverage, and there's some new some new developments, mommy.
Wow. I'm on the edge of my seat to hear.
We can't get enough. We can't. And then Michalene, also another part of this episode. And if you missed last night's episode, I basically just buried the pretty antisocial slobs and pretty antisocial girls, Jackie and Haley. I'm still waiting for my apology from you. But Michalene is going to read us her list of rules. What did you call it? Rules and commentary about the entire
commentary. Yes. If you feel the need to interject at some point, Keanu, please do so.
I won't. But first, I don't know if you
that long.
Well, no, drag it out. We'd love that. Where do we have to be? Nowhere. We're here. It's Untoward Tuesday.
Nowhere. Oh my gosh.
What we're gonna do is first, just for a little refresher, I may not play this whole thing, but this video, and I know everyone's seen it, but Michalene may have not seen it. And this is a clip of that just really ties the whole debacle into a bow. So we're gonna play it right now. And even if you have seen it, just watch it. All right, Michalene, I'll skip.
Yeah, I'm great.
All right, and then we'll get to your list and commentary. All right.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Bing, 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 bing. We know the opening part of it. Blah, blah, blah.
May 3rd transcripts.
I'm back. Well, YouTube's doing the weird thing where its view count starts skyrocketing even though they're not here. Hi to the not real people.
We do have a very special guest today. It's 1-year anniversary of his arrest. Nick Rekieta. Hi, Nick. Now we're finally fucking caught up. Here's Kiki.
Hi. I'm so glad you took the time to read all of those before getting me in here. Nick,
money is more important than you.
It's okay. Hi. Hello. Hello.
Nervous about what?
No, just don't get nervous. It's going to be okay. When did you get the permission from her to share the text? Did you see this one, Mom?
I did.
Okay, we'll watch it again just for a refresher because it's just too good. And thank you, Third World Aristocrat, because it's just too good. So messages.
I mean, I don't mind watching it again.
Finger, you dumb bitch.
Like, well, answer the question.
Got it.
Answer the question.
Probably,
when did you get the permission?
We talked about it for months and months and months. You
and
talked
then
to her
you hadn't talked to her
October.
since January or March at a traffic stop. Did you get?
I did. How do I talk to her at a traffic stop?
She's 40 fucking.
Kiki, you're mixing up stories.
So if you hadn't talked to her in months, then do you still have the permission?
Shit. She might be retarded.
Hello.
Nervous about what?
When do you get the permission to show her text
I don't know. Maybe for months and months and months while he was dragging her name through the mud online.
You got her permission to show her text messages on a large screen back in when? November?
Oh my God. Yeah, you know, that story, she told me
it's a weird thing.
before. She told me that story before November, you retard. That being said, we were planning on telling that story from the moment she told it. Well, April and I were going to go to Hackamania together, you know, when we were still like in communication. The plan was to show up and just like tell stories and make everybody laugh at Aaron. But then she decided that she needed to get away from the past. It was very traumatic for all of us. And so she just cut everything off. I don't know if she'll ever come back or not. Yes. I don't know anything about what like state of mind she's in or anything.
Exactly.
That being said, we were planning on telling that story from the moment she told it.
Until she has a new boyfriend, maybe you might want to get new permission to.
No, I don't give a shit at all about getting new permission.
Okay, so you don't have permission.
So he owns
I have to say, these are my favorite parts, Mommy. And I know I broke this down last night. The broom is like, he's just this man moody, this condescending misogynist that looks like a caveman. He's like, gross. I don't know they're all horrible. Past, but I love that the sweeping broom. He's just like, Look at him. They accuse me of whataboutism, and then that's literally all they do. Just gaslighting me, sweeping up for a fucking drug-addled child neglector. And it's really incredible.
The whole thing is incredible. It really is. So
the broom just kills me.
Oh, the new boyfriend owns a.
You just keep saying what about? Like, why can't you just answer a question?
What
Why
about
can't you just
when you
answer
don't have a good
questions?
answer and change the
don't
subject
have
by
a
pointing
good
fingers at
answer.
someone or something else?
I think you all do that to me. It's been
Yeah.
1, 2, 3,
No,
4, 5 on
not
1
at all.
for about an hour, and I'm saying I
You're
just
red and
was
angry.
in January at the traffic stop, and that's how you knew somehow that her boyfriend didn't
March
like.
at the traffic stop, you dumb bitch. You can't follow bitch.
When did you get the permission? When did you
You're
get the
the
permission?
stupidest
When did you get the
person
permission? When did you get the permission?
answered
When did you get the
all of these
permission?
Dennis, and ask them.
When did you get the
This is what I'm
permission?
saying. She's too dumb to even like. She can't talk.
Look how red you are. Would you?
Yeah, I'm red. I'm mad at you.
Alex,
Going to ad
What do you
hominem.
think?
I
You're
just
red and angry.
January.
She's too dumb to.
Another thing, then he's like, you're ad hominem, which is another word for whataboutism. That's all you do to me, fatty melty. That's all you
he
do.
looks like he stores nuts in his cheek for the winter and his cheeks for the winter.
It's sad, really. He's at this point super morbidly obese. Mommy, even his back is fat.
We should be feeling sorry for him. He needs to get on a good diet, and maybe I could train him and get him in better shape.
Wouldn't that be funny? If you promise not to be a reprehensible, fat, alleged pedophile anymore, I will give you personal training.
I would never want to do that. That was a joke.
Can you imagine? What if he falls down and squashes you? Like, I can't. Oh my God. That'll be funny. You can go to her class as long as you promise, Patrick Melton.
We won't make fun of you.
Yeah. No, we'll make fun of you not for your weight, but maybe for the way that you talk about children, which is really odd. When they won't make fun of you, they may just call the police. But anyway, it would be very funny. But yeah, fuck that guy.
Even like she can't talk.
Dude,
She might be retarded. Going to ad hominem.
Why is that such a hard question to answer?
No one needs the answer. The
Why
question
not?
is stupid because the
I
question's
need the
dumb.
answer.
You're just so
When
dumb
did
you don't realize
When
it.
did you get the
Yeah.
permission? When did you get the permission?
I talked to this woman every single day.
He said from
From
when the first time she
September.
told him.
You know what I never noticed before? It's like the karate movie moves with the hand. Did you just? It was like.
He's just so
But
I don't
her.
even know what. He's just
When-
skinny and drug addled and just I don't know. Is it addled or addled?
Wait, is it rebel rousing or rabble
I know,
rousing?
rabble rousing.
I know it's rabble
There are
rousing.
some words that are very confusing. Yes.
Well, they're not confusing. It's just, oh God, I got nervous.
Not confusing. Just you're not sure of
When put on the spot. Exactly.
Yes, it's all right.
Yeah, what a terrible guy. And I'll say it again. Look at his face just there. And I know I already covered this video, but it's just a little refresher and it's fun. Okay. It's fun to sit here and watch this with my mom because of my incredible win over these fucking losers. Just the fact that he gets so angry when questioned because they don't want to disrupt their narrative just speaks fucking volumes about what a tiny little piece of shit this little man is,
Yep.
So
Yep.
The first time she told him, he said that they had planned to tell it at
don't you
Hackmania. He
think
got her
things
permission.
may have changed since from whenever.
Who responds? Is it on April?
No,
or is
I
it on
don't
him?
think it's
I'm
changed
just
at
asking
all. She decided that she needed to get away from the past. When was the last time you talked to her, Keanu? When was it?
When was the last
October
time
27th.
you
January. When was it? October 27th, right? How would I know
just
this?
wanna know- I
What
just wanna know
magic would I
when
know
you
about
got
your
the permission.
conversation, you fucking idiot? God, how do you
just-
not understand this?
You-
Like, I know
do
when you're
you?
lying.
Do you? Okay, I talked to her
Huh.
every day for a period
To
of time
her
too.
No, you
from
didn't.
my perspective, yes, I did. She was. How would you know? Oh, I think you're angry because you're just confused. Maybe she wasn't telling you she was talking to me.
She told me every day she talked to you. You moron! I have the text messages. What day was it?
Back
Just
and look.
pick up your phone.
So
Type in
controlling.
April. This isn't hard.
I mean, I have extensive text and phone calls from her. What
What's
would
the
you
last
fucking
one?
know?
That's it. What's the last one? It's the easiest question on earth. What is it? What's the last one? What's
phone
the date?
call or the last text message? I'm sorry. There's a lot. There's a lot of them.
The bottom one.
Listen to him. He's lost his mind.
January.
I know.
January.
Oh, and so
Oh
when
my
I
God,
answered,
I don't know
him-
how the fuck you sat through this.
oh, because it was Mom. It was it was glory. I know it's hard for you, but
it is. It's hard for me to watch him screaming names at you and doing all that.
Mom, I swear to God,
I watched
fucking-
it, Keanu. It's awful. It's awful. I can't
But
watch.
I'm telling you. Well, we're gonna continue to watch it. Don't worry. I'm telling you right now. I loved it. I didn't mind one fucking bit.
I know.
There wasn't, because I can tell. I'm just giggling at him because look who's losing their mind, and look who has a big smile on their face for exposing this tiny,
I know,
horrible little man. So I don't give a fuck. Call me a stupid dumb bitch. Go ahead.
I know, but that's all they have. That's all the five of them did. That's all the five of them did. Plus plus the rolling of the eyes of the petty antisocial girl.
Oh God, right. And so I know it's hard to watch, but I want you to know it literally brings me joy because they took a huge fucking L here. Like, it's a huge fucking L. And for anybody that wants to say that I'm just continues to want to call me dumb, which isn't really. Sometimes people don't give me enough credit, but I just face every situation with truth. Yeah, what?
Do you expect these guys to give you credit for anything? They have no facts.
No.
They're just beating you up on purpose.
Yeah, right. I actually would say that I definitely beat them up more with calmness and facts.
Right. I know. Of course, you disarm them like that. They don't know what to say. This guy just lost his shit.
And it was so funny, wasn't it? Adam Simon, thank you for the $2. You won the internet from me this weekend, Kiki. Thank you. I know. Good for you. 1 trillion Kiki bucks for you. Joke Eter 34. Thank you for the $5. How do you suppose Nick had the text messages? Did he physically have the text correspondence between you and April in his possession? No, I think he was probably controlling her and monitoring her. Which is it's a very odd thing that he was like, October 27th. So then when I told him the last time I spoke with her, which is right here, he was gobsmacked and fucking annoyed that she was reaching out to me to say, this guy's fucking being an awful abusive monster, emotionally abusive monster. But this man wants to control her. He wants to control her. And Mom, here's another, but good question. And it's creepy that he even, that date would even come to his mind. He's like, I talk to her every time you talk to her. And who knows? He's known for getting into people's Googles and things. So who knows? And also, Mom, if he talks to me this way, literally from the get-go, how the fuck do you think he talks to his wife and kids?
I'm sure.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. Are you okay? We're going to continue it.
How long are we going to continue it? I can't watch it.
Oh my God, it's so fun for me. Okay, we'll watch a little more and then we're done. Okay, it's just a little refresher. Okay,
I think they're refreshed.
Here's the difference: you have text messages from April as our relationship was fraying and falling apart. Yeah, they're gonna make me.
You have a wife, weirdo. What are you talking about? All right, you would fight with your wife about her all the time, and it would make April feel like shit. You would have April come over. And when she would leave the house, have sex with her and then send her back next door. Do I need to say more? Are we done
Awesome.
here?
Are you
awesome.
done?
Does your
No,
wife
the
know
answer
that
is
you were going to
no.
leave her for April?
We'll leave it there. I mean, I'm sure you all have seen this if you're here by now. But again, third world aristocrat, thank you so much for that clip. I just loved it. So that's where we are. That's where we are. That's a give it up for him. And go and subscribe to his channel because he really tied it in like a neat little bow there.
Well,
But
I mean, it's entertaining to say the least. I mean, but it's so obnoxious for all of them. Yeah, it is hard for me to watch. I'm sorry, especially when all 5 of them are on you. I watched it, but I have to go away from it and then come back to it.
it's funny because it's like people that know me and like love me and like have an actual relationship with me. They're like, except aside from Rocco, my brother,
Yeah,
he was like, "This is awesome! You fucking murdered these fucking."
I know because you
fucking
sit there and smile through the whole thing.
Right.
Because you don't get
I know I'm
flustered.
right. Yeah.
God
no.
damn, 10 minutes into it, I would have been fuck all y'all and left.
Oh no, I'm like, I'll sit here all night. Keep going, little boy. You know who left 16 times? Nicky boy to do a whipping. Please. Yeah.
Holy shit.
No,
Holy
Rocco
shit.
thought that was people.
I
that
know
left
he
me
did. I know
Right.
he did. I thought, I'm appalled and they
But strangers or just fans, they're like, "Oh my god, that was
know.
masterful that you did that. Like you held your composure. You exposed him for what he is." But I understand where it's hard for my fam. Actually, my dad Tom thought it was pretty good too. Like, holy
yeah,
fuck.
because he's got that personality like yours, that off-center personality like yours.
If I thought
It's every time they hurl an insult at you and call you a name, basically the calling of the names is the thing that gets to me. It's like a knife in my heart, honestly.
Oh my god, I love it. It doesn't
fucking
even
anxiety. It does.
name calling means like if you don't like
I know. How
Well,
would you feel if somebody called me a dumb bitch over and over and over and over and over again?
that you were winning the argument. I would be like, oh, she must have been winning the argument. 5 fucking middle-aged white men, it doesn't matter race, 5 middle-aged men fucking just tried to fucking name call, gaslight me, and fucking like, I know what they're doing and I know I'm right.
I
wouldn't
know,
have
but yeah, I get it, but it's just very difficult. That's all. And I think
that's my point. That's my point.
I think some of it is funny. I think some of it is really sad for them.
It is terrible. It's difficult for like people closest to me to watch them call me names, but does the grin ever leave my face other than when the pretty antisocial slob came in and tried to trigger me with
no
exactly. So I get why it's difficult for you to watch, but from fans or strangers or new fans, they're like, oh my gosh, wow, you did a great job. So
well, you did, and you're always gracious no matter what situation you're in. You went on those girls' show just to be nice, and they just beat you up, and just they think they know you so well, and you always, even after that, you went, well, I like the gals. You are a kind-hearted person.
I know,
and they have done nothing but rip at you for the last 6 months.
And I do, and yes, of course, I'm going to make fun of them for being slobs. But I don't. In my heart of heart, I don't actually think their kids throw rocks at them. But they don't. The problem I have with them is the reason that I make fun of them and like make jokes about their looks or whatever is because they don't want. They cover you on their show, and even though I'm more than willing to correct them, they don't want their narrative corrected.
No, they have to
So
go
that's
straight
the problem
through what
I
they're
have.
saying, and that's what they're saying, and they don't want you to say anything to them.
No, they
And-
don't want to be corrected.
No, no. They just want to. They think they're hard hitting news women. They're disgusting.
They're so ugly too. Oh my God.
Yeah, they're ugly too.
Hard hitting, Jesus.
I said they think they are. They think they're. They think they. They think they are.
Right,
They're like
exactly.
women on the street or something. Whatever.
It's
I don't
true.
know.
No,
I don't know.
They think they're investigative journalists. So
They
I have
do.
to say,
They do.
yeah. And they're not. They're just
It's
shitty
bad.
wine moms that ignore their kids to sit upstairs and talk about steel toe and me
Yeah.
all
That's all they
day
talk
long.
about.
Yeah.
That's all they
So,
talk about. They're obsessed.
Rekieta, I just said Rekieta, Moody, Fatty Patty Melty, Patrick Melton, Nikki Haley. Oh no, Jackie and Haley of the Pretty Anti-Slob podcast,
can't even
and
remember their
I'll
names.
exclude Carl. I'll exclude you. I listen.
You know, I don't know why you exclude Carl because he's just a bobblehead buffoon.
He's a friend of mine, and I'll explain a
Oh,
point I have on
stop
that in a
it.
second. But
stop
listen,
it.
they're all angry. They're all angry.
You're angry. I'm angry.
I don't get to play that drop enough. It's Harvey Milk, but they're all angry.
I know.
I'll remind me to explain Carl in a second. Maybe I have spoken to him, but don't. Carl is trash. Carl is a false friend.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
All right, I'll explain it right now. So I talked to Carl after that. I mean, right after that, I
for
actually
everybody, Keanu, you stick up for everybody.
he's an actual friend of ours. But let me explain. So I did text him after that. And I said that was fun. Thanks, Carl. First of all, without him, Melty would have never because I went in the chat and I said, send me the fucking link, pussies. He didn't ask Melton if he could send me the link. He just did. And if he hadn't, then I would have never had that glorious win. Number one. Number two is that after that, I texted him and I said, enjoy talking shit about me. You got some really nice friends there. And he said, I just said that we were friends or whatever. And then he texted and he said, if I did something wrong, I apologize or whatever. But I think his take on it, which I said, of course, we're fine. No worries. If he had tried to defend me more, then it wouldn't have been as glorious of a win. So whatever.
Yeah, whatever.
How's that for looking on the bright side?
Yeah, whatever. That's what I'm saying. Whatever.
All right. It's true. It's true. Yeah.
I went like this. Ah! I'm serious.
Oh my God. It's really not okay.
Don't convince me to not. I'm not gonna. Nobody. You're not
I
gonna.
know it's fine. I know how you are.
Yeah,
You will stand by. You never burn a bridge, and that's lovely of you.
Yes,
I
precisely.
do.
So since you've all seen this, that's an excuse for being a pussy. All right. I mean, I agree with you. Maybe he was just too scared to fucking say something to his,
bros.
His bros that I guess they're whatever. And fuck, I made them so much goddamn money. Patrick Melton, I'm still waiting for my Venmo, Streamlabs, PayPal, Venmo, any way you want to pay me for the amount of money that I made you. Or, I'll give you a little bit to wait until you're done crying over your massive loss, and not weight loss, by the way. But Michalene now has her thoughts on it and her rules, and she's prepared a script, and she's these are her thoughts on it. So
I have. I don't know these people from Adam, but from what I saw, this is just my opinion and my thoughts. So
you have the floor.
You can interject anytime you feel like it, but this is not really long. It's just my words, but I had to write them down because
take as long as you want.
Okay, these are rules and commentary for the 4 rude dudes and a delusional chick. Okay, that's what we're going to call this. So, number 1, the collective of you do not warrant the privilege of being so familiar with Keanu. They don't. as to use the name Kiki. That drives me crazy if they use the name Kiki like they fucking know you. They're disgusting.
It makes me cringe. Now I am interjecting.
Kiki,
Well,
Kiki. So in my mind, okay, when speaking to Keanu in your dulcet tones, that means soothing. When speaking to Keanu in your dulcet tones, you may call her your grace or my queen.
And that is what it's known as. Yeah.
Maybe on special occasions you may call her the less formal Miss Keanu. How about that?
Absolutely. And to your point, the one that makes me cringe the most that calls me Kiki is Moody.
The redhead.
Moody.
Ooh, yeah.
That caveman misogynist fucking autistic dude. Like, don't call me Kiki. Well, KK. Ugh. So it is known. You may call me Queen Keanu, or what was it? Miss Keanu.
Your grace or my queen.
That's right. It is known. There you go.
Okay, so number 2. Now this is for Nick Rekieta. These next few items are more of a commentary than actual rules. These have been contemplated by the Queen's mother. That'd be me.
Yes.
You may call me Michalene. Nick, may I call you that or just moron?
Exactly.
I'm just going to barrel through this. There is something severely wrong with you. You talk about drugs, etc., like it is a badge of honor. I have no idea how a man. I'm just going to barrel through. I have no idea how a man of your questionable ethics, I use the term man loosely, as you clearly are a small-minded weasel, can get one woman, let alone 2. How does he get 2 women?
He's a manipulator. He's a manipulator.
You, Nick Rekieta, are an off-the-charts speed freak, a bouncing, screeching idiot without any self-awareness.
Absolutely.
Yep. How am I doing so far?
Oh, great. A bouncing, screeching speed freak. You mean like this?
We were in a sexual and very romantic relationship for a long time.
Yeah. Very sexual relationship for a very long time. Yes, exactly.
Okay, so number 3, this one's for Jackie. Is that your name, Jackie? I will refer to you as Jackie and the redhead. Part of this is for her too. Wow, what hard-hitting purveyors of the news you two are, experts in just about everything. Whether it be the knowledge of Miss Keanu's fashion sense or spewing your bullshit about Keanu's domestic abuse. I do not know if either of you mental midgets have daughters, but if you do, and I mean no disrespect to little people, okay? I hope you never have to go through abuse with your daughters.
Very good point. Hope they never fucking do, because
it is no joke. It is no joke. So shut up about it, you two. Yeah. Just shut the fuck up about it. And since it seems you identify with felons, I mean, you liking Nick so much, I hope Child Protective Services does not come knocking at your doors to make sure your kids are not being abused.
Very good point, Michalene. Yep. Right. Yeah. Hit your wagon to a fucking felon.
Yep. Absolutely. Redhead, you can leave now. This one is strictly for Jackie. Is that your name, Jackie? At the very least, how about a little solidarity with a woman who 4 rude dudes are verbally abusing? Jackie, you are a woman, right? I mean, is she just a dude in wolf's clothing? I mean, what is she?
I don't know. Maybe she's just a terrible, bad person, male or female. Who knows?
Yeah. So instead, your hard-hitting, ridiculous self decides to ask the most triggering question to a woman who suffered at the hands of her abuser for 2.5 years. How is that nice, Jackie?
Right. And let me interrupt you.
Are you disrespecting people who get abused? Are you fucking nuts?
With actual documentation of it, and they brought her in to try and throw me off, and like
she wasn't even part of the conversation.
No.
So all of a sudden her mean self is there. I mean, God, I can't even stand her face.
It's
so
disgusting.
Queen Keanu never faltered. She handled herself with amazing grace and humor. You, Jackie, should kneel down and kiss her feet. And you are a humorless, miserable wretch. As far as
that's awesome.
yeah,
She
as
is.
As far as I'm concerned, you know nothing. You are nothing. If your kids don't throw rocks at you, they should start. And last but not least, this is it. Yeah, least. Those other three dudes, such buffoonery. So nondescript. We're at the end. It would be a detriment to myself to even recognize them. Sorry, guys. Crawl back into your holes. You all suck.
That's very good, Michaeline. No, it's true. You hit the nail on the head. That's all of them, and it's awful. But that was great, Michaeline.
Thank you.
Should be referred to.
Great. It was just a few thoughts I had because I would get tongue tied to try and I'm reduced to name calling at all times.
Well, no, you can name call the way. Here's how I look at it. It's not like I'm like, you can name call after you make a point. So if you say this point,
Yeah.
you stupid little bitch, then that's fine. But if you get angry and spurg out and go, shut up, you retard.
I don't know what spurg out means.
It means it's like, I guess, an internet term for just lose your cool, because just losing your fucking cool. This is spurging out. And I told you we were going to play this 100 times, and I will for the rest of it. Yeah. This is spurging out. Right?
We were in a sexual and very romantic relationship for a long time.
We were in a sexual and very romantic relationship for a very long time. Spurging out. When somebody shows you a mirror and you can't stand it.
Oh, as in Asperger's.
Oh, really?
That's what they said.
Oh, well, I didn't even realize it. Raging, having a meltdown. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. It's when you lose your shit. Yes, exactly. It is. So that's really fun. I'm going to go ahead and put in that call-in number. If you have an untoward story, you call in and you too could get on the Untoward board and win the coveted Untoward Award of the Week. Okay, ladies and gentlemen. And until then, I have some fun clips of some reactions, and then there's some new developments today. And if you'd like to see, right, Mommy?
Yeah. I'll watch as long as I can.
Yeah. No, I think you'll like this at least. Okay. I'll put in the call-in number. Call and interrupt us whenever you want, I suppose. Or whenever you feel obliged. There you go. Bing, bing, bing. Bum, bum. Banners. There you go. There you go. There's that call-in number. Let's read some of these first because I like to get to them. So, deranged lunatic, aka DL. Keanu, I'm glad you and Aaron patched things up. Yes, thank you. Me too. It was a long road, a long, bizarre road with all of that. But Nick Rekieta's non-practicing pecker.
Oh, goodness.
Under for how many?
Non-practicing? I thought he had a great pecker since he's got 2 women.
No. Yeah, that's how manipulative he is.
He seems to think he does, right?
No, and he needs, get Blue Chew, and he has like heat rash whenever he has sex. It's like terrible, apparently. I don't want to know.
How do we know about that?
Because it's what I've been told. It's just I don't want to know it, but for some reason I do. And imagine.
Do you think the girls like him because he's rich?
That, and he's a manipulator. So
I mean,
Right. And also, not for nothing, he has 5, count them, 5 children with his wife. So maybe she's like, I guess I get kind of stuck here. Hopefully he'll stop being such a fucking douche.
Yeah.
Horrible monster. But over under for how many cans of Galaxy gas the old rage twig went through today. Honestly, Galaxy gas, because he's doing whippets, right, Mom? Or
I'm learning all new terms.
Yes. So I would assume from morning till night, he has been on Twitter. I don't know when he sees his children. I don't know. I truly don't know when. So I'd say that might be, I don't know, a can of fucking Galaxy gas for every hour on the hour.
I have no idea what Galaxy gas is.
It's like when I've only ever, the only reason I knew what it was is because I saw that documentary about Steve-O. Remember Steve-O from Jackass? It's when you take
I don't know that. I don't know Jackass.
It's like you can do it apparently with a whipped cream can. You take the first little nitrous thing out of it, and it gives you a rush.
Okay.
But I think that you can also just buy canisters of it, but it's
nitrous.
Yes,
Where
you
do
can
buy canisters of nitrous. I want to know,
because it cleans keyboards and stuff, So it's not meant to be inhaled. It's like huffing glue or something. And
nitrous is what dentists use, and that's great. I mean, it makes you feel great.
But it also, when you're
outside is what dentists use.
Yes, when you're at the dentist.
Right.
Right. But they put it in a can for because it cleans keyboards and you go apparently, and then it gives you a rush. And that's why
so they go buy this and people think they're cleaning their keyboards. How many musical pianists and keyboard artists are there?
I mean your computer keyboard. Listen, it is.
You say keyboard. I'm like, is it a musical?
No, he's not going to Tillman's Music to get some piano keyboard cleaner.
Okay, this is the difference in our generations. Okay.
Like a computer keyboard to get the dust out of the cracks.
Like an organ or and I don't
organ.
Oh my God.
I mean, I guess essentially
like an electrical keyboard,
a keyboard. Yeah. Yeah.
They're all cleaning their keyboards all at once.
No. Right. He's like, how many piano player drug addicts are there out there that discovered this? like your keyboard on your computer. Believe me, it's ridiculous, right? But also, I don't know who discovered it.
I'm really glad that you told me that.
Please don't. Oh my God, Mom, please don't start doing whippets. Jesus.
Yeah, because I do like nitrous oxide.
Now that you mention
my favorite
it,
part of going to the dentist.
Now that you mention it, I forget that's what they give you to relax you at the dentist, right?
I mean, they give me nitrous oxide even if they're just cleaning my teeth because I'm terrified of them poking around in my mouth.
I always ask for it at the dentist.
I love it. And it's the best part of my day. I'm always sad when it's over.
Michalene,
I really have a drug addict mentality.
Next thing you know, she's going to be going to Office Depot to get.
No, I would never do that because I'm too afraid to hurt myself.
But
I'm
also,
a drug addict mentality, but I'm too afraid to harm myself. So
I hear you.
know when to stop.
But also, it's so funny because and I didn't even make the connection that that's what they give you at the dentist, but a steady stream of it, right?
Oh yeah,
yeah.
For as long as you're under, it's
a whippet only lasts like a few minutes.
Oh, well,
right.
that's why he had to keep getting up and.
16 times during that fucking stream he got up, which, right, it's all alleged. It's not like he did one on the stream, but
funny.
very interesting. Bold Stip, thank you for the 99-cent super sticker. Oh my God, that was a hilarious. Yeah, what does he play the piano or something? He's not a talented anything.
How many Elton Johns are there out in life right now?
I know Elton.
They're all getting nitrous oxide to play Benny and the Jets.
Yeah. Whippy and the Jets. Oh, great. Good God.
Oh God.
But no, you don't know and you shouldn't know. Exactly. That's so fucking funny.
Well, I should know I guess a computer keyboard, but I really hate the computer, so
yes, exactly. Listen, we're not technologically advanced over here. I've done pretty well with the streaming, but no, I don't know. I don't even know how to get to my phone records, which why would I? Exactly.
Yeah, and they made fun of you for that too. You know what?
That's what they'll harp on forever. But I'm like, whatever. And then that's another thing with Rekieta. He's like, when I figure it out, the last time I spoke to her, text message and phone call. Oh, really? Because he's so controlling. He thinks that it was October the 28th, but it wasn't. Wasn't.
How do they? That's just minutia. I mean, it really, really is. It's just,
and also it's telling you, yeah.
It's just minutia, and he's completely crazy. I don't know him. I wouldn't want to know him. And
clearly,
yeah.
And it's just telling of how controlling he was over her, and until he's just like, she's like, right. I've said this before. She's calling me because she's fucking lonely, sitting in the side house, only going over there when Kayla leaves so he could bone her for 2 minutes. Yeah,
girls, get a grip. My God,
got her addicted,
and they're not worth your time of day. They are not worth your time of day.
And yes, right. Of course, it's good advice. But then when you trust somebody and they say they're going to leave their wife, and then they're also plying you with drugs. He admitted on the stream, I'm like, you taught her to do whippets. He said, I taught her to do ketamine, Molly, whippets, and blow.
That's what I mean. He's like proud of himself.
Yeah.
It's like a badge of honor. I know how to do all these drugs, and I taught my women too.
And exactly. So imagine why they might stay and why they might not be in their right mind. Right?
Yeah, I don't
imagine if
no.
It's wild. It's wild.
No. Those women need to get a grip.
Well, I think April's out.
They're not in their right mind. Bullshit. They know exactly what they're getting into.
Mom, if you felt like when you do nitrous at the dentist, right? Everything might seem okay.
But it's only a couple minutes, you said.
Yeah, until when
a couple minutes, everything's glorious.
And then you
she
just
runs over there in the couple minutes that she has on nitrous. Okay, took nitrous, gonna run over there, have sex. Oh, run back.
Yeah, exactly. Well, unless you just keep doing the whippets, or whatever, the ketamine, the Molly, the blow.
I'm a little cynical.
Yeah, well,
I think the men are assholes, but I also think the girls, you know how I feel.
I think everyone in the situation.
I don't think they deserve it. I just think that they should open their eyes and not be so weak-minded and dumb about it.
Yeah, abusive relationships are hard to, and I'm not talking about it's hard to navigate.
I know.
You could say the same to me. How long was it? 2.5 years, right?
Yeah,
and that I couldn't fucking see straight.
I know you couldn't. That's true. And
so
there were no drugs involved in that.
And there weren't. It's almost even sadder. But that's how emotionally and physically abusive my ex was. But they alienate you from people. Yeah. April was alienated from everybody, which is why maybe Rekieta, she's fucking
but the whole thing started out badly, okay, with the four of them. Like, who would think that's a good idea?
People on drugs. You know, people on drugs. Obviously, it wasn't a good idea. But, and then when Aaron has the wherewithal to fucking get out of there, then yeah, I mean, April's then even more fucking, especially then she has to move to the side house. Yeah, it's a very alienating and insane feeling. Yeah.
Okay,
probably.
so does she have a job?
I think she's out of there. Allegedly, she's out of there. She has a new boyfriend.
Did she have a job? Does she have any self-reliance? I mean,
now she does, apparently.
Good.
Unless
you know what? I always thought she was a really nice chick. She was always nice to me. Just whenever I saw her online and stuff, she really was. She seemed really lovely. So
right, exactly, right. You
I
can
hope
say
she's away from it all. I hope she's away from it all. That's
what I'm fucking praying, and I think that I hope that she is. Nobody's really sure, but I mean, Rekieta's been known to lie, which he did today. I'll explain those tweets. That's funny. Oh my god. Then where are we gonna go? Okay, let's see. That was just so funny. Oh my god, Mom. Let's see here. Bing, bing, bing. Making sure I didn't miss any calls. Okay. Let me read this. Adam Simon, thank you for the $5. Nick deserves every volt of negative energy that's coming his way. Bingo. Yes, he does. Yes, he certainly
We were in
does.
a sexual and very romantic relationship for a long time.
That is the funniest one.
We were in a sexual and very romantic relationship for a long time. It's just
A very long time.
A very long time. Okay. So what we're gonna do, I guess we'll cover the Twitter debacle after this. I just thought, so yeah, of course I won't lie to you. I've been watching some of the men covering me. I only say that because tomorrow it's I can't wait to see what the
petty antisocial girls have to say.
What those slobs have to say. And if I can't wait till because I told them they owe me an apology, a real serious apology.
They do. They should be ashamed of themselves.
Yeah. But we're going to take a look. This was one of the funniest moments. This guy, I don't typically watch his show. I forgot, but he has called into this show before. But even though he's sort of mean to me and thinks I'm just a stupid idiot,
I know
nobody
who you're
can.
talking about. I think I saw him.
Pod awful.
I don't know.
Okay, I'm going to show you right now.
Yeah.
This was the funniest fucking thing. This just one moment of it. And shout out. I know you think I'm a dumb, stupid bitch, pod awful, but thank you for at least admitting that it was a win for me. And you could give me a little bit more credit, but they won't, and that's okay. But I genuinely enjoyed watching the entire coverage of it. But this was my favorite fucking part. And we can watch a little more if you want. But oh my God, it just kills me, Mom. Gino comes in and he's like, "What are you laughing at?" I'm like, "I'm just loving this. It's just the funniest thing I've ever heard in my life." The whole thing, basically.
Oh, I don't know him.
Okay. Look, it's like John Lennon.
Lower class John Lennon.
Yes, a low rent John Lennon, right? So of course he's covering it, and we can watch a little more if you want, but this was just my favorite part. Shout out Pod Awful. I really truly did enjoy your coverage of it today, and it made me laugh so much. So,
and I do like your long hair and your sunglasses. That's pretty cool.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. Just to be clear, when he says that April was doxxed, he means in the house on his own property that everybody already knew about. So
right.
No, they didn't.
Yes,
no, they didn't. I have the text messages of her.
I have them. It is I. I am the one who has the text messages.
I have them. It's exactly what it was. It's just It kills me. It kills me, Mom.
Everyone knew she was living in.
Just to be clear, when he says that April was doxxed, he means in the house on his own property that everybody already knew about.
Yeah.
So
right.
No, they didn't.
Yes,
no, they didn't. I have the text messages of her.
I have them! It is I! I am the one who has the text messages!
it's a normal level of winning from a guy. This is the guy whose side you should be on if you ask the Dabbleverse. Is this.
I
Knew
can't.
she was living.
It just fucking kills me.
What's his name? I may have to watch him.
We can watch a little bit of it. We can watch a little of it if you want to. We have nothing but
let's
time.
watch it.
Okay, let's watch a little bit of it. This is pod awful. Thank you for covering it. I hope you don't mind. But when I saw that, I mean, I'm not kidding. I was laughing out loud.
How can you
screaming.
not laugh at that?
I have them. I have them. Oh my God, it just fucking kills me. All right, we'll go a little bit. I'll just pick a random spot. Yeah, we'll go a little bit before here. How about this?
The actions and all of that. That's what.
Wait, one more time.
Part of that. By the way, here's
I just want to see one more time. Oh wait, here's another great part of it before I forget. 149, 37. Let's see. You're gonna love this part. Then we'll go back a little bit.
Whippets, which kind of got my brain.
It's his version of Bones. It's his Bones.
And is back like a minute later. He's like, I had to take my kids to school. And you're like, what? It's 8 p.m. and that took 1 second. And now he's like completely red faced and going, you know, it's like inhaling helium.
It makes sense that he's on Whippets now because guess what doesn't show up on a drug test?
Bingo.
You got it, buddy. Yeah. Yes, exactly. Which got my brain thinking. You know, I started something kept cooking inside my head as a result of all of this. If you know what I mean.
Of course.
Oh yeah.
Right? Just suck my head.
Hell yeah.
Snort that whip! Give the cat a sip! Step on some crack! That April left out back!
Alright.
When Keanu comes along, you take whippets. Before the streets that sound too long, you take whippets. When something's going wrong, you take whippets. Now whip it in your nose. Snort it up. Not straight. Crash out. Melt down. Try to inhale it. It's not too late. Take whippets. Whippets good.
Tell me that's not. Oh yeah,
I like him.
Yeah, for now. Thank you. That was so. It was so very good. Yeah,
like that.
No, he gave me some good credit. The thing I've noticed is they don't want to give me credit, but they can't help it.
Yeah, eventually they do.
Yeah, they don't want to. They're like, yeah, it's more of like they were trying to paint a picture of the fact that Nick, you got beat and owned by this smooth-brained, stupid ditz or whatever. But I know who I am and I know what I did and I know like exactly how I owned him and I'm more intelligent than you think.
Yeah,
all right. Yeah. But basically, that's the only thing they can say.
It's because you're self-deprecating, Keanu. That's why you say the shit about the clock. Okay, you're self-deprecating. Right. It's a joke. All right, it's a joke, and they take that as literal things. It's true. Ridiculous. It's just fucking ridiculous.
So we'll watch a little of this if you want to, because we have nothing.
Yeah, he's fun.
Mickey is your biggest fan now. Pod awful somehow. I don't know how that happened.
Yeah, because he looks like the guys I went to high school with.
Yeah. All right. Well, there you go. Michalene's single. If you're single,
Please don't do that.
yeah, no, please don't. I don't want you.
No,
anywhere.
I'm telling you, Keanu, please don't do that.
I'm not doing that. That is a bad match. All
No,
right.
do not try to play matchmaker with me.
I'm saying it's a bad match.
I'm just beyond it now.
Let's see. Where did we? All right, let's just pick a random spot and go.
Wait, so he owns April? The new boyfriend owns April.
When did the
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. And here's how I know, because I've seen April behave with 2 other guys. And the way she does it is that she is some sort of kept pet. She's a creature that they fuck. Okay. And I know to a lot of people out there, it sounds like I'm just describing, your average woman. I am. April is just a dumb girl. That's it.
Literally
Ain't nothing
picked
special going on there. I don't care how many different dudes claim she was.
You know what? That is just fucking terrible luck on my part. I just wanted to pick near.
You know what? It doesn't matter. Nobody's gonna hold you to that. Okay, it's his opinion.
I know. I don't agree with
Whatever.
that. It's fine. Yeah. All right.
Just take you back to the right role here. I want to, first of all, let me apologize for introducing you onto the show as that pedophile. This is a case of
Who did he introduce as
It's
that
not the
pedophile?
warmest welcome I've ever gotten.
What's that, mommy?
Who did he introduce as that pedophile?
Oh, he has a caller here, I guess, and I don't know why, but let's get through it because that doesn't pertain to us.
this is a case of mistaken identity. I have no idea who is muting you or accusing you of this. I think maybe somebody got a little.
We'll start where the funniness. Well, it was all funny, but we'll start back with my favorite part, which is this one. All right, there we go.
You took her in.
Yeah, you gave out her address on air.
Well, this is pointed here.
You know, because you're so stupid. You thought that would be a good idea. You took her in.
Yeah, you gave out her address on air.
Entire privacy and shredded it with her ex-husband who beat her.
Whoa. And let me just be clear here. You're the good guy in front of the Joker poster. I just got to, hang on a second. Let me just write this down here. So Joker, good guy. Okay. And then the evil one is the lady who's the lady's friend. The one, the airhead with a smile. That's the bad person. And I'm going to put dash citizen M says, and then parentheses must believe. And then brackets, citizen M is in fact a child. Bracket, then curly bracket, keep citizen M away from Glenn Gooley just in case.
I hate it. I hate this. I like how long that bit took. Bracket, curly bracket.
He is hilarious.
I know. It's upsetting, but
Where
he
is
is.
he?
I don't know. Who knows? He's just some man.
Where are you?
Hi, where are you?
Where do you live? We
Yeah,
want to know
really.
how you got that silly personality.
I don't know how old he is, who he is, if it's his real name or whatever.
Or if that's his real hair.
I don't think it's a wig, but
I don't know. The part doesn't look quite right, Keanu.
he doesn't. He's a man. He doesn't know how to part his middle part.
Yeah,
me.
it's not that. It looks like a wig part.
No, I think he just doesn't have like a thin comb enough to part it. You know,
That
or
looks
maybe
like
it's a
that looks
wig.
like doll hair to me.
Let's go with it's a wig.
It's doll hair.
Yes, it's the hair of dolls. Oh my god!
You don't know anything about doll hair because you don't like dolls. Oh, except for Rapunzel.
I did like Rapunzel.
Yeah, you're Madame Alexander, Rapunzel, or one of those dolls.
You were so upset when I unbraided her hair, and I said I thought it was a doll. I could. That's one of my childhood stories that I'll
It was
never
a fancy doll. You know, one of these podcasts, we're going to get all your dolls out here.
Yes, we'll get all the Madame Alexander dolls out that I was never allowed to fucking touch. They had like,
you didn't fucking want to play with dolls. You had nothing to do with dolls.
I
You
didn't.
just wanted office supplies.
I wanted office supplies. I put them in the stroller, and I just had notebooks and staplers and
Man,
pens.
Keanu, you had the most heavy backpack in the world for a little kid with all of your
did.
office supplies.
I did because I liked notebooks and things. All right, we have a caller. Then we'll get back to this.
Okay.
Hey, it's your cousin Chris.
Ooh, thank you for calling Untoward Tuesday. How may I direct your call?
Hey, cousin, what's up? It's Chris.
Hey, Chris, how are you? Welcome to the program.
Doing good. I've been playing with that because there's a lot of idiots in there that have been like, "Are you related to her?" And I'm like,
Oh,
yeah,
is that? I didn't You know what? I didn't understand why you said cousin Chris. I wasn't looking.
If it can draw some of the fire off of you and Gina, I'm gonna do it.
That's
Okay?
so funny. I was
I
there
have
like,
nothing
why are
else
you
better.
defending her? Are you related to her? And then you said you were my cousin.
Mom, I am so sorry for all this. I've tried, but you know how she is. Keanu, stop eating the sand. Keanu, stop eating the girl's hair. You know how she just won't stop doing these
I just can't. I can't. It's so true. It's so true. You have an untoward story for us, darling?
No, I actually don't. I called him, but for some reason, I had a message for you from somebody.
Oh, yes.
Michael, actually.
Okay.
It's not playing right. It cuts off at the end. He had surgery today.
Aw.
He had some stents put in.
Mhm.
I've been talking to him a lot, and he was like, I cannot believe Keanu went into the lion's den.
He sent me a lot of really nice messages. Mom, remember Michael Ray Bauer? He sent me so many nice messages. Yeah. And videos. And yeah, we love him.
Yeah. Well, this shit was Nick. What he's been doing. Whip it. Oh my God. We did that shit in junior high.
What's so
God,
funny
man,
is it would never come to my brain to do that. Like, I don't know.
Mine
Right.
either.
Yeah.
It's just, and I don't see, with the cans, the clean stuff, I think it's federal law now. They've got an additive in them. And
Yeah.
so on the can, you can't do that.
You're like Whippets back in my day.
So it'll give you brain damage or something with all the chemicals in it.
Did it back in my day. They had this little plastic container thing, and you'd use those CO2 cartridges, like for air guns and stuff, and put it in there. And best thing to use would be one of those punch balls, because balloons are a lot thinner and they'll pop. And they put the punch ball.
It's serious drug behavior. I never did that.
Yeah.
That's how they do that. Or he might be using cans of whipped cream. No one.
Who knows? And I have
that's what I put my money on.
That's what I imagine. Like, it's the only like thing I can even associate it with is like Steve-O in that documentary. I mean, there's like these big canisters of Whippets, like these huge things. So I'm like, he probably has just like a huge one of those, and he keeps leaving to just hit it, I guess. Yeah.
I haven't bought those things in years because I work on a lot of computers. I went and just bought a small air compressor.
Are they to refill the little thing that fills the keyboard?
Yeah.
Those bigger ones? Ah.
Yeah. On your piano?
Yeah.
Yeah, in your piano.
I don't know. I don't have a piano. But, like I said, I do a lot of computer work, so I use it for that. But here's the scary part, and that's the nitrous. I know that the whole dentist thing, but if you want a better look at that, have you ever seen Blue Velvet with David Lynch? And
Yes. Mm-hmm. Of course.
That's what he was doing in that movie, Dennis Hopper. He kept pulling that little mask out of his jacket.
Oh,
Daddy wants to fuck.
Oh my God.
That's how I watch it from the. I'm like, oh my God, that's Nick right there.
It
the way
is.
Dennis Hopper was acting. He would just become just unhinged instantly off that shit.
It's true. And his voice got 8 octaves deeper. Yes. Yep, exactly. Yeah. Well, thank you. Thank you for giving us the info. I'm putting you on the Untoward board in a toward way.
You've seen some of the messages I've sent to him.
Oh no!
Hey,
Please
is
send them to
Julie
me.
Ernst maybe better? I mean, God.
No, he's cooked. He's cooked. Yeah, I did him a favor. Yeah.
I'm trying to do something with the game Mortal Kombat, and I've already sent you some of the concept art.
Yeah. Oh yes, I saw that. I saw that. Please. Yeah.
I'm going to preview it tomorrow night on Wednesday Night Main Event.
All right. Perfect.
Picture of Nick just cracks me up, but there's more coming. Melton's got it coming.
Oh,
Those
good.
two heifers have got it coming.
Heifers.
She jumped on that show and said what she did to you. That was the final draw. That was it.
That is the final fucking
coming
straw.
after
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
That was, God, they had you on the show. Well, why didn't you do this? Thinking they're so much better than everybody. Oh, they've got this coming.
They're terrible. Well, thank you for calling in. That was very pertinent information that we needed, and we love you, and we'll talk to you later.
We love you guys too. Bye,
Bye,
everybody.
Bye.
Take care.
I love him.
Yeah,
It's
those two are not. I don't even know what they're doing. Those two girls.
Toward with it. I'm just making sure I write that down so I don't forget. That was for the toward board. All right, here we go. Let me, and then we're gonna continue to watch.
That's fine.
Yeah,
That's
we'll
fine.
continue to watch that guy. Yeah.
Oh, you mean the hippie?
Yes, or do you want to not?
No, let's watch him for a little while.
Yeah, that's what we're gonna do.
Because he's funny.
I told you I don't want to like. Why I don't want to like it, but it's pretty entertaining. I don't know why it's so funny. It's so weird. I was laughing out loud a lot.
I know he's funny.
It is.
God awful.
Over under for how many bullets?
God awful with the doll hair.
Doll hairs. His wig. Let's see. Max Mura. Thank you for the $2 whatever that is. Thank you for 200 yen. Yay, thank you. Kiki beat up 5 PDFs. Respecto. Thank you. I know. Thank you. 1 trillion Kiki bucks for you. I know. Bing, bing, bing. 1 trillion Kiki bucks. Very sweet of you. Very sweet. GLP 499. GLP 1989. Thank you for the 499. Loving the drip of the text contradicting Nick's falsehoods. I'm gonna get to it. He's freaking out and wants to know exactly when and how long you spoke with April. I took a glance at that before I started the show, and I had told him he's just upset because she wasn't telling him, because he's very controlling, that we were having phone conversations after the date that he thought that we were. And that's very sad for an emotionally abusive, controlling little man. So we'll get into the tweets in a little bit.
I would like to see those.
Oh, you're gonna die.
I don't ever pay attention to stuff like that.
It's been wild. Let me play a video really fast. I'm gonna take I have to pee, and I'm gonna play Miranda Priestley or something, and then we'll be right back, and we'll get back to this fun video, and then we'll take more calls if you want to call in, and then we will get to the Twitter. Okay, everyone? Okay.
I think there's another Devil Wears Prada coming out.
I did hear that, or a remake, or a musical.
No, I think it's
Devil Wears Prada 2.
I think so. Where they are now. So
where they are now?
Yeah,
it isn't there. It's not that, but
yeah.
Well, we're not Anne Hathaway fans here, but we do.
But we like Devil Wears Prada. So.
We do. Well, that will be very exciting.
Yeah.
1, 2, and 3. Give me 2 seconds, okay?
Where are the belts for this? Why is no one ready?
Here. It's a tough call. They're so different.
Something funny?
No, nothing's, it's just the Both those belts look exactly the same to me. You know, I'm still learning about this stuff and,
This stuff? Oh, okay. I see. You think this has nothing to do with you. You go to your closet and you select, I don't know, that lumpy blue sweater, for instance, because you're trying to tell the world that you take yourself too seriously to care about what you put on your back. But what you don't know is that that sweater is not just blue. It's not turquoise. It's not lapis. It's actually cerulean. And you're also blithely unaware of the fact that in 2002, Oscar de la Renta did a collection of cerulean gowns. And then I think it was Yves Saint Laurent, wasn't it, who showed cerulean military jackets? I think we need a jacket here. And then cerulean quickly showed up in the collections of 8 different designers. And then it filtered down through the department stores and then trickled on down into some tragic casual corner where you no doubt fished it out of some clearance bin. However, that blue represents millions of dollars and countless jobs. And it's sort of comical how you think that you've made a choice that exempts you from the fashion industry when in fact you're wearing a sweater that was selected for you by the people in this room from a pile of stuff.
That video had nothing to do with what we're talking about. It's just one of my pee break videos. If you're new here, that's what happens. So if you just see something random and you're just tuning in, it's just one of my pee break videos. Thank you for still being here, all of you. 1 trillion gazillion shmimilia million gazillion geeky bucks for all of you. Michalene will be right back, I am sure. Are we having fun? We're having fun. I'm having a killer time. I, for one, am having a killer time. We're definitely going to get to the new developments on Twitter. Nikki Boy just... You'd think he'd, spend a little time with his kids, but Jesus Christ. Wild what's going on. It's particularly wild. I've never seen someone spurg out in such a manner. But that's what happens when you know you're in the wrong. And you're a junkie, child neglecting loser. There you are.
Sorry.
No, it's okay. It was only a few seconds. I was just what's GLP 1989. Thank you for the 199. Crop out, redact the dates. He'll go nuts. I it's not my thing to release. Well, okay. If there's a purpose for it that proves a point, that's not going to. We'll get into it. Crop out and redact the dates. He'll go nuts. I already told him the dates of the last time I spoke to April, and he was like, no. I'm like, okay, well, sorry. What do you want from me? Yoda be pimpin'. Thank you for the 199. So what's baby Kiki doing? Oh, it's so funny you ask. Wee! Well, it's me, baby Kiki, and I just want to thank you for being so supportive of adult Kiki for this past entire week, everybody. And I just been flying around, hanging out, just watching everybody spurg out. And I didn't know that term when I was a baby. And as an adult. And I eat sand. I definitely eat sand, and grass. But I definitely don't do nitrous oxide. And I'm so thankful for my parents, Michalene, and my mom, and my dad, Tom, and for paying attention to me and not being shitty, horrific parents like Nick Rekieta. Whee! It was a baby Kiki request, so we had to do it, Michalene.
I know.
Everyone loves baby Kiki, flying baby Kiki.
So Pod Lawful and Chris Thompson think we hate their hair, but I love their hair.
What?
They think we hate their hair, but I love their hair. Chris Thompson
Who's
and
that?
Pod Awful. I said Pod Lawful. Pod Awful.
Is that someone here in the chat?
Uh-huh.
Pod Awfuls who we're watching.
I know, but he thinks we hate his hair, and so does Chris Thompson.
Don't read the poor chat. Not poor, excuse me.
I know, but I'm sorry. It just caught my eye. I can do it if I want.
No, you can read it, but I'm wondering. I don't mean to say. I bring something up if it's pertinent. I did not mean to call it poor chat, but I just wonder. You saw somebody named Pod Awful is here.
No, Chris Thompson is here.
Oh, okay,
At Pod Awful. H2BH, I'm sorry women hate on us for our hair.
Oh,
Because
okay.
Pod Awful said we want to shave him or something.
Okay, listen. You can always read Chris Thompson's chat because he's a butt rug baby.
These women want to shave me. That's what he said.
I don't see all of this, and I cannot be bothered. But when I see it, Chris Thompson is a
I know.
of ours. Okay,
I know. Guys, I love long hair. Shut up.
I thought you were saying that this man that we're watching was here. That's why I was confused.
No, I'm sorry. I'm just reading. Sorry. Sometimes I have to entertain myself.
Okay. Were you not entertained by flying baby Kiki?
No, because I know the real flying baby Kiki. I know the real thing.
Thank you for the $2. You never met Nick in person, right? No, I was on a stream with him of Chrissy's a couple years ago, I guess, or maybe a couple years ago, but nothing other than that. No, and I hope to never meet him in person ever. He's horrible.
Well, you won't. He'll probably be in jail in no time.
Okay, let's continue with this. How about that? Laugh along. So we're back to this bit, which we love. Are we ready to laugh along? Weirdo.
Curly bracket. Okay, good.
No.
Whoa, what? Grabs you by the feet. Whoa. I didn't even know that was an option. What are we doing? Krav Maga?
I didn't even notice. Obviously, I didn't notice he said that. What does it mean when Nick Rekieta says, I hope someone grabs you by the feet?
I hope someone grabs you by the feet?
Yeah,
I don't know what that means.
Krav Maga? Grabs you by the feet. He's just a weirdo that's probably high on whippets.
Well, it's probably a really violent thing he's talking about.
I think at one point, and it got cut out of a clip, he goes, I hope someone throttles you by the neck. God. And then another thing he said was, another thing he said was, and this was in like the first 5 minutes of when I got there, he goes, why doesn't Gino put his leash on you and walk you through? I'm like, God. And if you don't think that puts a smile on my face, because who looks like the asshole here?
They all do for ganging up on you like that.
Exactly, because they know I'm right.
Those four, and then why did that red bloused woman come out? Why?
I swear to God, it was just to trigger me about my domestic abuse. But
she talks to you so sternly, like, why didn't you tell other women?
And I'm like, so talking to the New York Post about it isn't warning other women? And the Daily Mail, I even warned women in England.
Right. And then if you watch the redhead bitch, she hems and haws about it.
It's awful.
But in essence, she is totally against you.
No, Patrick Melton, the fat one with he's so fat he even has a fat back, a fat upper back.
Mm-hmm.
It's a bupa, a fat upper back area.
It's a bupa.
Okay, I need to patent that. Patrick Melton, you have a bupa, a fat upper back area.
Nobody ever wants to be accused of having a bupa.
Patrick Melton, I'm patenting this right now. I'm copywriting it. Whatever I need to do. Patrick Melton, because I've never seen it before. He has a fat upper back area.
You know what?
So the man with the bupa, Patrick Melton.
He has boobies too.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, so he's a boob man.
He He has a bupa and breasts, I'm sure. And it's super morbid obesity is very sad. It's a big problem in this country, but I digress. He brought Jackie from the Pretty Antisocial Slob podcast.
Is your name Jackie?
Her name is Jackie. He brought her in to fucking like somebody has to stop this bitch from owning everyone. And Jackie was probably, in my mind, she was probably like, "Let me in, Boopa. Let me in. I know what to do. I'll make her upset about that guy that broke her wrist."
That was fucking weird. Okay,
it was fucking weird. I
just love them questioning you and doubting what you're saying about that motherfucker.
Well, no,
okay?
the problem is, I understand people are always primed to disbelieve domestic abuse survivors, even though I fucking he pled guilty. He broke my wrist. Fucking it's in the New York Post. It's in the Daily Mail. It's fucking everywhere, right? I have actual documented evidence of abuse, and it is in the system, and he pled guilty to it, right?
Yeah.
But then the thing that really got me is that she literally had the audacity to say, why didn't you warn more women?
Yeah, you should have gone out on the street with a sign on a stick.
Yeah, exactly. Excuse me. Right. As if talking to the New York Post and the Daily Mail, which they criticized me for, isn't enough. I should have been like, "Excuse me.
Also,
ladies and gentlemen."
Right.
What?
Also, I'm sorry. You barely wanted to fucking speak about it right after it, okay?
It's not
you fucking got out of it. So shut the fuck up, you two bimbo bitches, okay?
Exactly.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Bow down to your
I don't wish that on any mother's daughters, okay? But you know what? Those two, they are hideous and awful.
Inside and out. And
they're hideous.
The funny thing is, it's like, of course I get misty-eyed, and because it isn't an easy subject to talk about.
You don't have to explain that.
Yeah, of course, right. So if I lose my composure and like have some
also after you lost your composure just slightly, you lost your composure. They were all a little bit.
But then they go, "Well, what about this?"
Yeah, but only because but also because you go, "I'm fine." Because you want to make everybody feel okay.
It's hard for me to fucking like. It's been quite a few years, but it's still come at me with it and question me and wonder and bring something like that up at random. Yes, I'm fine talking about it right here, but if I got into it, does make me emotional because it was so fucking horrific.
Went through it. She doesn't want to answer to you, bastards.
Yeah. So what a fucking idiot she was to even question me and say, "Why didn't you warn any women?"
It was not even anything about the conversation. She just got her fat ass out there and started spewing her venom.
It was weird.
She's so ugly. She's so ugly.
Oh, right. That's clear. My God. Anyway, let's watch this again. Let's see. You want to see more of this? Because it's pretty funny.
Yeah, I like the long-haired guy.
I only play this because it brought such joy and laughter. I don't know how his show is normally. He's probably even talked shit about me before. I think he's called in here before. But I was watching this day and I was laughing out loud. Giggling, laughing my ass off. So props to you. Sorry if you don't want us to play your clip, but I don't think you'll mind because we're giving you props. And I'm not smooth brained, and I'm as smooth brained as you have a wig.
What does that mean?
That I'm stupid.
Oh, fuck.
Right. So
I just think it means you're cool.
No. They would just say smooth.
Oh
no,
fuck them.
Exactly. But he does take up for me a lot, and it's also does it in a very funny way. So you're wrong. You're wrong.
Grabs you by the feet. I mean, I've never even heard that before. I hope someone grabs you by the feet. And then what? Is there a follow up to that, or just her husband? Yeah. Is this a foot guy? Oh, you know, Nick's a fucking foot guy. Cum guys are always they're one step away from foot guys.
Person ever. What you did to her is
everyone
evil.
knew she was living in the house next
evil.
door. Everyone knew she was living in the
Just to be clear, when he says that April was doxxed, he means in the house on his own property that everybody already knew about.
Yeah.
So
right.
No, they didn't.
Yes,
no, they didn't. I have the text messages of her.
I have them! It is I! I am the one who has the text messages!
it's a normal level of winning.
One more time.
No, they didn't.
Yes,
they didn't. I have the text messages of her.
I have them! It is I! I am the one who has the text messages!
It's a normal level of winning.
Like Sam Kinison.
Move where the food is. Move where the food is. It is I. I mean, it is spot on. It just cracks me up. It just
we were in a sexual and very romantic relationship for a long time.
We were in a sexual and very romantic relationship for a long time. All right, I'm gonna let this play. I have to look at this text message and really fast, and we'll laugh along, ladies and gentlemen.
From a guy. This is the guy whose side you should be on if you ask the dabble verse. Is this?
Knew she was living in the house next door.
Yes,
No,
they didn't. I have the text messages of her.
And what?
Look at him. Look at the absolute pain. Look at him looking at his own finger to make sure he's pointing it the right direction. You never know. You never know which way you could be. And he's pointing to himself, but with his middle finger. Now, that's a move. Somebody ought to grab this guy by the feet, I say.
Could Keanu do this to me?
And then
Why
she
would
called
she
me
do this to
crying
me?
when
Why would she do this to me? He cries into his pillow, kicking and screaming. Loud equals funny, but not for the reasons you intended.
calls me crying and saying,
She didn't call you crying.
I can't. She did.
Kiki, what's
retarded.
How can? Okay, so now she didn't call you cry. How do you know?
Yeah,
exactly.
And see, this is actually an interesting little peek into a window of the mind of Nick Rekieta. Here is what's going on. Is he doesn't know that she was calling. She had to hide. She had to secret.
Bingo. So it upsets him, little Nicky boy. It upsets him. Oh my God.
Call to inform of abuse. Okay. So now he thinks he knows every call she made while she was living there because she was under his watchful nose. Every single thing she did on that phone, he was inspecting, and she was having to download, Signal and Telegram in order to get a hold of somebody to go, I'm being abused. Please help. Now, just to be clear.
Exactly.
I don't believe any woman ever when she says she was abused, unless she says a goon did it. And then I believe it. Then I believe it wholeheartedly.
I want to go.
So, of course, we do believe Abe. We believe that Aaron eats cum. We believe that Nick.
Okay, whatever. I want to go back a little bit, Mom. I think we have. Because I haven't seen all of this, and I don't know what it entails. But let's pick a random part, shall we?
Yeah, whatever you want to do, Keanu. I'm here.
Okay, good. And then, we won't belabor this for forever. But then we'll get to our Twitter, Twitter.
I don't mind funny stuff.
This is funny. Yeah. I hate to, all right. I can understand. I have to give him credit because I was laughing out loud, even though he is going like, and she's a stupid idiot. And she still like fucking schooled him. All right. That's fine. That's basically the general consensus of every male podcaster that's been talking. But, that's fine.
They just don't. They They just don't know.
Their brains, like, it's like, does not compute. Woman beat schooled 5 men. It's so they have to. That's what they have to do. But that's okay.
Well, they're like on the playground, just going, "Hey, you did good. Hey."
Yeah,
hey,
exactly.
They're like,
Oh,
they're
we
like-
have. Hang on, we have a
like
caller.
the bullies on the playground.
Thank you for calling Untoward Tuesday. How may I direct your call?
I am very untoward right now.
How so?
I was actually debating. I actually was debating and calling in.
Uh-huh.
I'm a huge fan of yours. And the reason why is, well, I'll just start it vividly. All right, so I'm a bloke from England who came over here to the United States, and I am basically, one of these people who got brought on to Nick Rekieta during the Kyle Rittenhouse trial. And for us in England, we don't understand the whole 2A argument, and that's when I first came about learning about him.
Okay.
I have watched his downfall for like the last 2.5, 3 years.
Oh, really?
And
Yeah.
and truly was quite astounded, because blokes like us in England, we can drink and we can at least handle a lot of our shit, right?
Uh-huh.
And he was one of those guys where he clearly could not. But what was really amazing to me, though, is rarely do you see a man go from such a rise to such a fall.
Yes. Yeah.
I have been, I have watched you and Gino and some of the little bit of the things that have gone on, but I just had so many questions in frankly what has been going on since the whole fallout of basically what happened the other night. And I have to say, first of all, as a woman, I thought it was absolutely disgusting the way that they all treated you, and the way that they talked about your mother.
They did.
And the way that they and the way that they all kind of dogpiled you. I thought it was absolutely disgusting. And frankly, it just seemed like another a group of people that I watched Keanu Casino every once in a while. But even them, who has been very, as you would say, untoward towards you,
yeah.
Even they were like, oh dear God, like she literally blew his.
I was watching. I got halfway through the Keno Casino coverage of it, and they are also not huge fans of me, but they were pretty nice. The only thing is, yeah, they, it's like, well, she's stupid, but I really truly enjoyed their coverage of it, because it's unanimous that obviously I won this entire argument. I mean, they must just be shitting their pants. Like, is this Little Piggy over? It should be, or else I don't know. They should maybe at least never have Nick Rekieta back on again. But I don't know. I mean,
well, here's the one thing that I will say in defense of Keno. PPP, he's got his doubts and he's got all of his things, right? But Worski actually was one of the men that was like, she is winning. Like, she is smiling.
My favorite part is Worski going, look how happy she is. I've never seen Keanu so happy. And I was. I mean, yes, it's like, I don't know what it is about me, but I'm like, I just knew in the moment, I'm fucking owning these losers. They're all screaming over me, gaslighting me, and they are the ones that are freaking out. So I enjoyed I was actually going to show a bit of the Keno Casino footage, because I thought it was pretty nice.
I will tell you, I mean, from woman to woman, I was sitting there and I was screaming for you, because I was like, I literally, especially Moody. Okay.
Oh,
Moody,
yeah.
and the way that he tried to gaslight you.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
And about permission and everything. I mean, all of that arguments literally could have been compounded and broken down. And it was like, am I actually watching 4 men literally, diabolically tear down a woman and act like she's, quote, retarded.
Yeah.
Or she's stupid.
All right.
And here we are in 2025 after the Me Too movement, after Harvey Weinstein, all of this bullshit that we've dealt with. And here we are now, we're going to defend Nick Rekieta, who gave his female child, cocaine.
Right.
And cheated on his wife.
Right.
And is literally a woman abuser.
Right.
We're going to sit there and pretend like what you did, allegedly doxing April.
And I didn't.
Was something.
Yeah.
We all know. So here's my question, because, okay, I'm not on the farm, but I frequently visit the farms because I'm not going to lie. I do love it because it's like citizen journalism. I mean, it's like Tim Pool, but like 4.0 in the sense of like when Tim Pool started out doing Occupy Wall Street back in the day, and then now it's almost like where you have all these like, it's like, I could probably say Mommy Sleuth 2.0.
Right.
My question to you is there is a theory, okay, on Kiwi farms.
Okay.
And there are so many different
And again,
people
let me
that
explain to
have-
my mom. Kiwi Farms, I'm not altogether familiar with it. It's like Reddit, if you know what that is. It's just it's like a blog or like a forum where people, a lot of them, there's like 9,000 pages where people talk about Nick Rekieta and his.
Wow.
Yeah. Right. So.
Truly. First of all, to your mother, what Nick said about your mother was absolutely fucking disgusting. Okay.
Yes.
What he did. I'm not even going to repeat it as a woman, but I thought it was completely disgusting.
Right.
And the fact that he's so much of a champion of women when it comes to April's rights and her privacy, but then he's going to completely put you and your mother on blast. Really hilarious, mind you.
And that's
But
why
that's
it was funny to me, just because they're all such terrible people. And when you rip off the mask and you show people what's wrong and you come with arguments and an answer for everything, then they just get mad and call you a retard because they're idiots and they know that they're wrong. So,
well, I don't know if you've watched the little. It's a 14-minute clip of from Third World Aristocrat, who does amazing work.
Oh, we watched it at the beginning of the show. Yes, I loved it. It tied it up in a little bow. Yes.
Yes, and how they were so respectful of you.
Yeah.
And I wanted to be like, can we really literally clip out like the whole movie where he's like, we've been so respectful, and then you're a retard. I
know.
Punch, you bitch, you this, you that.
The moody thing. He's like, I feel like we've been respectful.
That
and
is unbelievable.
It's a super cut of them just being like, you stupid cunt, you bitch, you retard, she's too dumb. Right. But I owned them. Yeah, exactly. And Moody is the worst of them because he acts like he's like, well, Kiki, what about this? Don't call me Kiki, you caveman. Get away from me. Ew. Yeah.
Well, and the other thing too that I realized is the way that Nick talked about your mother. Okay, and again, this is just coming from European culture. I mean, we respect our parents, our grandparents, and the way that he just openly talked about your mother and completely tried to what's the word?
Degrade her, belittle.
Thank you. Degrade her. I thought it was absolutely repulsive.
It was.
I looked at that and I was like, you clearly don't have respect, not even for Kiki's parents, for his own parents, for any other parents, for any authority, which is why he told the court when he stepped in front of them and said, you know what, Mrs. Judge, even though I called your vodka pussy, it was overflowing with vodka.
Right.
I've always been really smart, but I guess maybe I'm not in this situation. No,
right,
motherfucker.
Right.
You stupid bloke.
You stupid
have been
bloke.
so dumb.
A cheerio, bitch.
Sorry, my English is coming out. But here's the other thing too, is what I don't understand. What I don't understand.
Well, also,
in this
yeah. Tell us
situation-
about the theory, because maybe I'm not up on it too.
Oh, all right, yeah. So there's a theory, and again, I don't have an account on TV, but by God damn, I have been literally moved there to keep contact, or not contact, but like just a running tally of what's going on, right?
Right.
And here I see where clearly people are starting to think the reason that he is going against the babysitter, what is her name? Cheney,
Right,
Chanley?
because I don't remember the babysitter's name, but yeah, he's saying some weird shit about
her name
the
is, Chanley or something like that. I can't remember. I'm so sorry to the babysitter.
I've heard it though. I don't know the name either, but yes, yeah.
Right, yeah. Which the stupid blog actually doxed her, the piece of shit.
Right,
But
exactly.
My thing is that a lot of people think that the reason why now he's going against the babysitter is because he actually knows what she reported to CPS. and the reason why Nick was so upset with you is because you actually probably could verify it through your text with April.
Ah.
Okay? And then there are so many other things. For example, the reason why, okay, from what I've seen on the farm, and again, there are people who hate the farm, but I literally call the farm citizen journalists at this point. Okay?
Right.
But there has been so many different theories in the sense that the babysitter knows so much more.
Because how could she not know? Right. So this is why he's spurging out right now. Essentially what he's doing publicly, because that babysitter thing came out of nowhere, right? It's like, okay, she gave your kid a sip of a White Claw. What flavor White Claw? Black cherry, lime, ruby grapefruit. Was it a surge? Right. No, it was a bizarre thing. Yeah.
We would have a much disgusting flavor, but yeah, go for it.
Exactly. Okay, so that makes sense. So he's trying to just deflect because the babysitter probably told the court a lot more, and it's meh. And I guess I don't know if the body cam footage.
But then Keanu, the plot thickens here, okay? Let's get a little bit Sherlock Holmes here, because
Okay.
I mean that's frankly what Kiwi Farms does.
Right.
And I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of here for it. They suspect that the reason that you were smiling so much and the reason that you held back so much, which mind you, again, I give 100,000% props to you. I mean,
Thank you.
You are basically like my Liverpool team right now.
Aww.
And winning the Premier League right now. But here's my thing, okay? They believe that you know something that can actually corroborate with the babysitter and what April has told you. And that is the reason why you were so held back. Because you were like, hey, you fucking cunt. You can keep coming at me. I know so much more than you know. And that's why he was so upset with the date of October 27th.
I think it's
And
more
that's
of
why
a
he was so upset.
yes. Well, right. Of course, I was too even nice than to hit him where it hurts with the like, your kid tested positive for cocaine, you terrible degenerate father. I didn't even say that, but I didn't even have to. I don't have again, that doesn't come to mind about things about the kids. So I have to debunk that theory here, because it's not that I know that can I? Let me think back. Can I corroborate this story about the kids?
That's the only reason why I'm calling it is because a lot of people think that You know,
is there any? But let me ask you: is there any more corroboration that needs to be known other than his 9-year-old tested positive for cocaine, and then he just said live on a stream that he got pulled over with blow in his pocket and threw it in the back seat with his kid? Like, isn't that grounds for
Kiki, Kiki, that was all your fault.
It's my fault. It's my fault. Exactly. Stupid bitch. Yes, exactly.
So we need more corroboration because apparently you were the one that, you know, stashed the bullet of cocaine.
Right,
you were
exactly.
The one that actually did everything. You were the one that outed April, even though she took Instagram pictures.
Right, exactly. I don't even. Yeah. I didn't. Right, exactly. It's wild. That's what they do when faced with the truth, and you put a mirror in front of their face. Then they spurg out. They get angry. They name call. You know, it's every name in the book, and that's why I have a smile on my face because, yeah, I mean. Fuck. I know more. I know what April and I have talked about, and that's what angers him because he thought he had complete and utter control of her, and he didn't. Yeah, right.
Is that any woman that has been actually abused?
Uh-huh.
Okay? Here's the one thing that I will tell you.
Yeah.
Okay, is that the other night it literally showed.
Yes.
What an abuser Nick is.
Oh yeah. Imagine the way he talked to me. Yeah.
Not only, the biggest thing was he kept asking you, what's the date? What's the date?
And then when I told him it wasn't good enough, I said this date. He's like, no.
You know what happened? When you told him the date, I last talked to her in January,
right.
His mind and his timeline started going.
He exploded.
Like, okay,
right.
Well, what happened?
It's true. It's
exactly.
true. Yes, very true.
And I'm sorry, it was completely exploded.
It's ridiculous. Yeah. It's so true.
Mm-hmm.
It's so true. So he's he's losing his mind, and he just needs to his little narrative, and all of those people on that program, their little narrative was disrupted by me, and that's why they got so angry. But I appreciate you for calling in, me love.
there was only the things that I actually do want to ask, though.
Okay.
And I want to ask it to your mother. I want to ask it to your mom. Okay?
Sure.
To your mom.
Sure.
You've seen abuse. You know your daughter.
Mm-hmm.
You know what she's going through.
Yep.
And she's tried to help someone.
Yep.
And your own daughter has actually been there and tried to help someone. And here, for example, I'm sorry, I agreed with Kiki on
right.
this.
Everyone did,
I would
apparently.
Do it again. I would do it again, and I would dox her again to help her get out of that situation.
Right.
And
yes.
I don't think a lot of people understand what that actually means.
Well, all I know is,
literally helped.
Right. And because you can say whatever you want about me, everybody knew she was living there. When I was going through a fucking horrifically abusive relationship, I'm not saying he was physically abusive, but I was in an emotionally and physically abusive relationship. A friend of mine, and I was mad at her at the time. It's true. It's true. I was mad at her at the time that she fucking took the initiative to fucking call my parents. But if she didn't, I could be dead. So I'm fucking glad. That's when I say, like, if I dox her again. Dox. I don't care. Everybody already knew she was living there. So
Keanu's friend didn't give a shit if Keanu hated her. She just wanted us to know because we were completely blindsided by it.
Right. She flies to New York. I told her what happened. She was the only one I was truthful with at the time, and I had a broken wrist because. Oh, and this is the last thing I'll say. It reminded me of my situation because I couldn't tell anybody. I'm like, fuck, I can't, how can I upset my parents so much and tell them that my shitty boyfriend broke my wrist? So I told my friend. She flew here immediately and was gentle with me, then called my parents and fucking told them. And I hated her for it. But if she didn't do that, I'd be fucking who knows what.
Yeah, who knows?
So I thank her. She was a bridesmaid in my wedding. I
So
thank
that's
her
why.
every
So
day.
that's why you stick up for April.
The only
Right.
question that I have for your mother, the only question that I have for your
Okay,
mother
then we have to wrap it up.
is
Yeah.
truly this, because and then we will end it, and I will let you go to the rest of your show. But to Mama Kiki, okay, if you saw your daughter in a situation, either in Taylor or April's situation, what would you do? Because a lot of people are saying a lot of different things. You know, for example, like with Kata's parents, where they're allowing it. Other people saying, "Oh, just let it go." You
Yeah,
seem
let it
like to
go.
me
Right.
A mother.
Go ahead,
would
Michalene.
be
Go ahead,
on the front
Michalene.
line.
Yeah.
You know, it depends on.
I truly feel like you have a grasp on reality,
Right.
to actually say what should be done.
Right.
I do, but here's the rub, okay? You have to take into consideration, like, my daughter is she's very her own person, and if you push her, she's going to push back. So you have to take that into consideration and let it play out until it rights itself. I mean, I didn't push at Keanu because I knew that she would just go the other way. She had to do it in her own time. And Kayla and April are going to have to do it in their own time.
And they will. And I think and I hope and I pray that April has.
I
Yeah.
will actually ask your mother one follow-up question.
Okay, then we really got to go because it's been too.
I promise. But okay, with the violence, when did you think, as a mother, that you actually had to then step in? Had it not gone?
She
the way
did. The moment my friend told her, she said, "Get the fuck away from him. Are you fucking kidding me?"
Yeah,
she told me what happened. Right. Yeah.
But you have to wait till the person is ready to step out of it.
It's
Keanu
true.
finally called me and said, I'm having him arrested. So, but you have to wait for that. They're not going to, even if you're their mom, they're not going to walk away or do anything unless they want to. You have to take into consideration the abused person.
Right. A parent is different. A friend who is willing to take drastic measures when times are drastic to tell somebody what's going on, to get them, hopefully push them out of the situation, even if it costs your friendship for a little while, then that's what I did. Then that's what my friend did for me. And then if you want to call me saying that I doxed her by confirming where she lived, where everybody knew she lived, then that's fine. And I'd do it again. And she can, I don't know if she hates me. I don't know, but I'm glad she's out of the situation. Right. So that's what you got to do. And that was
and she'll thank you in the long run. Definitely.
I'm
like
sure.
You thanked Amy in the long run.
Right. I thanked Amy. Right.
But
Amy
there's
in the
nothing, not even a parent can push a daughter out of something unless she's ready to be taken out of it.
And abusive relationships. And you guys had no idea of it because I was alienated. He told me, I'll literally kill you if you fucking tell. And
you know what? I'm gonna state this fact. They lived with me. They lived with me for 4 months during COVID.
Wait. No, let's not even go there. We have to wrap this up. Thank you so much for calling. You're such a doll. And please call in again, or else this could go on forever. Please.
We like your accent.
We love your accent. You're so sweet. Oh my gosh.
You know,
no, it's okay. I can't belabor the point any longer. Very sweet gal though. 1 million Kiki bucks for her.
She gave some information. Enlightening. You know.
Yeah.
So
no, it was just, love the phone calls, and it was very enlightening. It was just like, yes, exactly. We got to.
Yeah, but nobody can push
them
out.
No, and also I guess I get okay. I almost don't want to take another call. I do appreciate your phone call, and it was very enlightening, very good. All right, real quick, hang on. Thank you for calling Untoward Tuesday. How may I direct your call?
Hello, love.
time London town I am, mate.
Well, hello, me love. All I want is a room somewhere far away from the cold night air with one enormous chair. Oh, wouldn't it be lovely?
I'm Big Ben, they call me. I'm from Britain, and I just had to ask you and your mum a question real quick, I do.
Oh, all right. Okay. Well, listen, matey. She was saying, she was speaking the truth. She was giving us a takes, and she wasn't wrong.
As a British woman, which is what I am.
You are a woman. You sound like a bloke, love.
He sounds like Mrs. Doubtfire.
Nick Rekieta's telling a bunch of pork pies and a bag of shrimp.
Yeah, having a pork pie or two. He's all sixes and sevens, isn't he? After he does that whip it. I can't say whip it in a British accent.
Feeling quickly, and he ought to have just a J. Arthur, you know.
Oh yeah, Bob's your uncle.
Really nobody. I'm British.
Yeah, maybe. Listen, I appreciated her phone call, and I understood it, and it was great. Maybe she was trying to.
I understood it also as a British from Liverpool.
Is this Jesse?
No, mate.
I think it's the man we were watching. I swear, I think it is.
I'm Ringo Starr.
Well, you do look like John Lennon a bit, don't ya? Holy fuck. Well,
that one before, yes.
Oh my God. It is. Oh my God. Jesus Christ. Is it? Oh, I think this is Jesse, isn't it? Isn't it?
You're right, you.
Oh, it is. Well, I just want to. I'll let you know we've been really enjoying your coverage of the entire debacle, mate.
Yeah,
love.
Yeah, it was all the trouble and strife, you know.
Anyway, anything else you got to say?
No, I just want to make fun of that lady pretending to be British.
Maybe she was just trying to disguise her voice or whatever. I don't know.
Was she putting us on?
I don't know.
Was she putting us on? Honestly, what is she?
It could have been, just like a whole deal to just keep us on the phone as long as possible. I have no idea.
That's like a Bjork style stalker. You might be in trouble.
Oh, well, me smooth brain can't tell the difference between them, right? Right, Jesse?
Listen, I don't know why you take that as an insult. It was a compliment.
A compliment that I'm.
That is your superpower. That's what allowed you to destroy them. You know, I was in a very similar setup one time where I called into a show and there's like 5 people all piling on, protecting one guy. And, I kept trying to I was like fighting every word they said, and you just steamrolled right through them. And if it wasn't for, a little smoothness, you probably would have addressed. I'm saying you're better. You're good.
Thank you. Well, I have to tell you, I was, Gino was like, what are you laughing at? I was cackling, laughing out loud today. The best part, I'm sure you were watching us cover you. When you said, I have the texts, I have all of the text messages. I watched it over and over again. I sent a clip of it to my brother. We were both cackling about it. It was the most hilarious thing I've ever seen. So good work.
It's crazy to me because Nick accidentally revealed so much about himself.
I have a list. He revealed 5 things no one knew or things that he lied about. Right? No, fuck, I didn't know that he moved April in with his fucking parents. All I said was that she said when she was lonely, she went over there to hang out with your parents. He said, yeah, I had to move her in there, you bitch. I'm like, what?
Let's imagine he was in no way controlling or abusive, okay? A crazy hypothetical world where that never happened. Right?
Okay.
In that world, a guy starts going, when was the exact date you last spoke to her? And then he thinks he has a date. He remembers October
27th. Right. And then when I
I'll
said,
never forget. That's like D-Day for me now. You know, that's 9/11. I'll never forget it.
I've saved it in my calendar because it rings in my brain so much. October 27th, right? October 27th. What a controlling freak. And when I said, no, it wasn't that. It was this date was our last text. This date was our last phone call. He went, oh, really?
Yeah, well, like one time I forgot my own birthday. Like it was my birthday and I didn't show up for my, my girlfriend had thrown a little thing for me and I just didn't show. I went to bed and forgot.
Yo.
And Nick Rekieta remembers what day someone else stopped talking to someone else through text messages.
I think you said too, it's like, why do you know the exact date that you think two women had their last conversation? And then, but when it proved to be that it wasn't true, it was because she was calling me about how fucking awful he was and how fucking lonely and fucking terrible he was treating her. So that just made him red in the face. Yeah.
You know what's funny too is, I had a feeling maybe you would take a look at the episode. I didn't think Nick would watch, but he admitted today on his show, on his stream, that he was not only was he watching the episode, but he was watching it while in the shower.
Oh
no! Knowing Nick and his obsession with cum, I am terrified that this is part of his humiliation ritual, and making it. It might honestly be that everyone who makes fun of him and stuff is now part of this. I call it Jackamania. This is
Jackamania. That's all they talked about was men's cum. Honestly,
I love cum, eating it and sucking.
It's
all the
true.
stuff. I'm sorry, but I forgot your mom was there. I'm sorry.
Oh, she loves it.
No, it doesn't matter.
No, of course she does. She's laughing out. Why do you think she looks so young? She's laughing. She's laughing out loud. We were just watching your program because honestly,
you're funny.
Very funny.
Your mommy said I was cute earlier, so if she loves cum, I mean, we can.
Yeah, you're cute.
Kid or something.
She thinks you wear a wig for some reason.
I just thought maybe it was doll hair.
Listen, I get it. I've heard a million things about that. It just comes out of my fucking head that way. I don't know why.
Well, no, I'm gonna one day maybe come on the show and I'll teach you how to do a proper middle part, and then it won't look like a wig. But that's my only. That is my only.
I like your look. I mean, you're like my high school friend.
Wait, my mom says you're like her high school friend.
Yeah, I like your look.
Yeah, she likes that.
Yeah, well, that's the thing about high school friends. Is, I keep getting older and they stay the same age.
Oh no!
Why does your mom have friends in high school? What? I mean, I'm not saying she's.
No, she means.
No, I
from
mean it.
high school. They keep getting older. Yeah, Matthew McConaughey. Wait, no, I keep getting older, but they just stay the same age, right?
It just grows out of my head and then falls in that direction.
No, I can help you. You need a woman.
I don't know that it's doll hair. It's a joke.
I'm a wife, okay? I'm
I
not
don't-
hitting on your mom right now, but I'm a wife. I don't need a woman stuff. I'm not trying to, look fancy or nothing. If I cared about what my hair looked like, I'd cut it.
I didn't mean like that. It's just the middle part. I didn't mean like I want to touch you.
I can show you how to do your hair.
I'm going to show you the proper tools to make a straight middle part, and then you'll be good to go.
I won't tell Gino. Is he out of town still?
No, he's here. He's here. I think he's sleeping.
Is he hawking product right now? What can I
No.
buy? A vacuum cleaner?
No, I think he's actually. Oh yeah, he's just chilling. He's got his headphones in, chilling on the couch.
He chills? I didn't think he was even capable. He chills.
He's passionate. So anyway,
He's a passionate man.
well, thank you for calling in. That was very funny. You're very funny. And
Okay, unblock me on Twitter.
well, why did I don't even want to ask. Why did I block you in the first place?
I don't know. I can tell you this. I didn't share your nudes. I'm not Patrick.
All right. Well, then I'll unblock you for sure. Thank you. Yeah, you're right. Take care.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
He's
I
funny.
knew it was him. Oh, that's so funny. All right. We can't do this. We can't belabor this too much longer.
Do you think that
Wow,
lady was a fake?
lots of long phone calls. What?
Do you think that lady was a fake?
I think that maybe Nick or something. Maybe she knows someone in the thing, and then maybe she's trying to disguise the voice, or maybe she was just fucking with me. I don't know.
I mean,
I have no idea. But yeah, or maybe she's like, let me speak in a British accent and see how long I can keep this smooth brain on the phone.
Hilarious.
I don't know, I'm just kidding. No,
I'm sorry. You know what? I must be a smooth brain too because I'm gullible and I believe everybody.
No, I think that she just wanted to fucking honestly just make some congratulate me and make some
right. Whatever.
Yeah, but I don't know. Let me read a couple of these. Beloved chatter, thank you for the $2. Michalene's kid isn't a felon. Miss Rekieta. Yeah, see? Thank you for that. Chris Abels, thank you for the $5. Hey Keanu, I'm happy to see you put that skeevy Rekieta in his place, but when is Lavish Styles coming on?
He's really interested in that.
I know, Chris Abels. I am working on it. I promise you. Look me in the eye. I promise you I'll get her. I will get her. Don't you worry, Chris Abels. Don't you worry one little bit. $2. Thank you, beloved chat, for the $2. The government would take your kids away. Nick, that was my favorite part of the entire thing, Mom. He goes, you're so stupid and such a bitch that if even I said I don't want kids. He said your eggs are so dried up and Gino's semen is
like
dust. And then he goes, I said I'm 32. Number one, but I don't want kids. He goes, well, good, because if you had them, you're so dumb. Your children would be taken away by the government. And then I go,
like
you
yours.
mean like your children were? And then he said, yeah.
He's the stupid one.
Yeah.
And he's so proud and he admits everything about drugs and about the women and about how he admits everything. And he thinks he's cool. How old is he?
He has many, but one of his like fatal flaws is I hate somebody that like is desperate to be the cool guy. So he goes on that show, This Little Piggy, because they shit on Aaron, a man from Minnesota who likes to just hang out and talk about golf and stuff. We recognize his foibles, but like he can't stand it. And in that group of people, he is desperate to prove that he's cool. So then he starts admitting these things like, yeah, well, when I got pulled over, I actually did have blow on me and I threw it in the back with my kid.
It wasn't in the back.
Right.
It wasn't in the back. It was in some little compartment, he said.
Right. Well, do you think that's a cool story? I'd wait at least 10 years after that happened. Maybe till your kids are out of the house.
Or never fucking tell it.
Yeah. Or, if you want to be like, I don't know, Johnny Depp, your idol in
that was the funniest
in
part.
Blow.
The funniest part. Does he think he's Johnny Depp?
I think he thinks he is.
Hilarious. That's
right.
fucking hilarious.
He thinks the Rolling Stones song is gonna come on, and he walks into a room and it's like, fucking. That's not you. You're a red-faced little nerd.
He's a weasel.
He
is. He's gross.
It's gross. Definitely gross.
You know what? He's probably appalled by how he's coming off with that screaming in his hands, and he's just nuts.
No, I think he's, in my opinion, I don't know this. I think he's just staying high so that because he has done nothing.
Literally, why would he keep leaving and leaving and leaving and leaving and leaving and leaving and leaving
for 30 seconds at a time? And where were you driving your child for 2 minutes at 8 p.m.?
Yeah.
No, and then he leaves 16 times.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
Haven't done that in a while. Okay. Anyway, we gotta Chris Abels, thank you for the $2. Have you even reached out to Lavish Styles? I have a woman that I have reached. Don't worry, I have, in a sense. There's a woman that I know that knows probably her. Don't worry about it, Chris Abels. I have. He really wants lavish on here. So we're going to get her. We're going to get her. So, okay. 1 trillion Kiki bucks for everyone still here right now. That was the funniest part of Pod Awful, that we had a long conversation with him. If we hadn't spoken to him on or watched the video, then I guess we wouldn't have known it was him. But good for you. Thank you for calling in. I think we're going to wrap this up. I'm not going to... The Twitter drama, do you want to see it, Mom?
Some of it, maybe. I don't know.
Okay. Well, I mean, it won't be like a long thing. Or I will go to...
Or we can just go and you can send it to me.
Okay, I will. Or, yeah, you know what? But here's one thing. Okay, now. Hang on one sec.
This is the very drunk.
To accept, press 1. To send a voicemail, press 2.
Thank you for calling Untoward Tuesday. Make it quick because we're wrapping up. But how may I direct your call?
Well, this is the Water Show account manager.
Love it. Thank you. We enjoy your work. Thank you so much. What do you got? What do you got for us?
I just wanted to tell you guys that I love you all, and that I love you, your mom, Gino, and everybody else.
Thank you.
Associated with this account, and I love you. And
Aww, we love you.
And I am absolutely hammered right now.
Oh, we're glad you're having We're glad you're having a fun night.
Yeah,
I am. But I just wanted to tell you guys that you are. What I wanted to tell you, Ken, was that I wanted to congratulate you on how you handled yourself with this last couple of days.
Thank you.
It's been amazing. And
it's been really interesting. And I am who I am, and I know the truth. And when little and men with bupas, which is bupa, back, upper, what was it? Anyway, I handle a bupa, back, upper, fat, bufa, a back, upper, fat area.
Oh, a bufa?
A back, upper, fat area, a back, upper, fat area. People like him who, have PDF tendencies and, a horrific caveman misogynist asshole like Moody, and the pretty antisocial slobs, and of course the shrimp of a man, Nick Rekieta.
What a motley fucking crew.
I know.
Holy shit.
Okay, but at the same time, now that I have a chance, I just wanted to say to your mother, I love her.
I love her too. Isn't she sweet?
Now that she can hear my voice, and I love her, and thank you both for everything that you do. And,
you're the sweet. You just made the Toward board, and we love you. Thank you.
Oh, my goodness. Well, I love you both. And now I'm going to let you guys go because I am very drunk. And
I love it. Well, enjoy your evening. Keep cool in your heels. We love you. Take care, my love. Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Both. I love you.
Thank you.
The outpouring of just love.
So funny.
So funny.
Cute.
All right, this is what we're going to end on. I have the exact moment of these are people now I'm going to give credit where credit's due and be nice. And I really changed the minds of some people this week.
Some of your people that were critics of you.
People that were critics of me.
Yeah.
And we won't watch too much of this. the Kino Casino boys. I know I formerly was, I was just teasing because they were being critical of me. And I know I've said that PPP can't fit in a church pew and yet he's religious. I know that. Yes, I know I said all of that. And I know that they've said horrific things about me, but I was so enjoying their coverage of this whole event. And I want to just go to this one little part of it, and then everybody go and watch this is an Alyssa clip. Thank you, Alyssa, for this. Everybody go and watch it later, 3804, because I think that they gave me a little bit of credit here, and it was really cute and really, really very nice, and I do appreciate it. Yes, of course, they called me dumb and stupid at first, but basically they knew I won. They're rational human beings, and I just wanted to play just a teeny bit of this. Thank you, Alyssa Clips, for this clip.
What the
Yeah, it stopped after what, like 9 months? Shut the fuck up.
But did you stop, or is this still going on? Because I think it's still going on to this fucking day. Because I don't think he can stop any of it. I don't think he can stop the drugs. I don't think he can stop the fucking completely out of control. This is a train wreck.
You think Kayla, when she makes food for him, she sprinkles cocaine in there so it's in his system? So when he's
wait, no,
I don't think so. I don't think so.
Not at all the right place. Excuse me. 104, 104, 104, 104, 104. Bing, 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 bing. 104, 10. All right, here we go. Bing, bing, bing.
Or like within the first paragraph. And then it's like, yeah, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
But no one would want kids with you anyway. You're so.
What do you mean? Gino's married to her, you fucking retard.
By the way, all of this just completely didn't phase her at all.
No.
Which her powers and her props.
I am, yeah.
I've been a little bit hard on her, but the reality of it is there's very few people, especially women, who can go into a situation like this and maintain their composure and their cool while they're being screamed at by 4 middle-aged bozos every insult in the book and just laugh at them and make them seethe even more. It is actually somewhat impressive.
Yeah, and I'll say this, like, she's entertaining here in this. She's smiling, laughing. Like nothing phases her, and her responses are just like bang. All right, done.
I know. It was good. It was good. I haven't gotten through the whole thing, but again, I like these guys. Even when maybe I'm such a fucking freak. I always enjoy their program, even when they've said like horrible shit about me in the past too. But like.
But
and
you know what? It's funny.
I don't care. Yeah,
because it's on them. They don't really know you,
right? And you know what? Maybe that's why I can go into a situation filled with fucking nerds all screaming at me and just laugh at them. Because how could I not find it funny? Maybe it's from watching Kino Casino. Who knows, right? Because I'm like, what the fuck?
You just have that quirkiness about you that you know what? You're pretty much a nice person, and you don't let people bother you no matter what. You don't.
You have to really push me to fucking to make me stop off. Yeah,
it is so true. You do not burn your bridges. You do not get mad at anybody. No. And even though that they were all swirling around you and punching you and punching you and punching you, you just like you smiled through the whole fucking thing.
Because it was, and I'm genuinely, it was hilarious because in my mind, Mom, I was going, they're making themselves look so fucking bad right now. It's so embarrassing for them. I'm like, oh my God, this is fucking gold. Because number one, I have the truth on my side. And it took all of 30 seconds for Rekieta to just
lose it.
And I'm like, he just can't stand the truth.
We were in a sexual and very romantic relationship for a long time.
We were in a sexual and very romantic relationship for a long time. You have a wife, weirdo. To quote myself. It just cracks me up. I know
you're angry. I'm angry.
All right.
I don't know, Keanu. You're the coolest chick I know.
I think I am too.
You are. I mean,
And, yeah, I stand up for what the fuck is right. I
You
stand up for
do.
what's right.
You
so
do. You do.
I will cover more. I will cover the Twitter thing because I guess it's still developing. I'll cover it on the next episode.
Okay.
What do you think, Mom? Closing
Yeah.
thoughts.
I think it was good. I'm glad we saw some really funny stuff, and
We did. It was really funny.
Yeah,
It makes
sweet.
it all worth it. It's been a bang up of a week, and
Yep.
I didn't miss anything, did I? No. Okay, no, I did not miss any of this. Thank you for all of the super chats. Thank you for all of the support. And I know what's right, and they know that they're wrong. And I'm sorry, little Rekieta, little boy, that you feel, oh my gosh.
Yeah,
Oh,
he's
no.
awful, but the other 3 of them are awful. 4 of them
Horrific.
are awful.
Horrific.
Yeah, they're all horrible, and they should all really. I mean, from her down to the other 3. Let's take Nick Rekieta out of it. They should all be like just cringing at themselves.
Oh, they're probably shitting their pants, except Nick Rekieta is just like, no, on Twitter. He just keeps calling me a dumb bitch, stupid bitch, you stupid bitch. It's like, why don't you go, throw a ball in the yard with one of your kids?
Stay in traffic.
Yeah. Get a job as a speed bump, okay? It's not your favorite kind of bump, I know, but
Lacking low, yeah. Having low
encumbered
self-esteem.
with spurging. Nick Rekieta got a job as a speed bump.
Encumbered with low
He saw the ad in the paper and he thought, "Oh my god, it says bump.
This is for
This
me.
needs to be my new job." They're like, "No, just lay down here." He's like, "Wait a minute."
Hilarious. Oh my god.
Well, that's a win for the Keek. That's a win
Yep.
for the Keek.
Yep.
Michalene and I will be back. What's today? Tomorrow is we're gonna do a pre-record tomorrow. If you are not listening to Keanu Cast wherever you find your podcast, I don't know what you're doing with your life. You're ridiculous, and how dare you? If you aren't subscribed here, get subscribed because we're fun. We have fun, and if you would like to see me do live stand-up, obviously go to Keanu C. Thompson on Instagram and or X, and you can see my live comedy dates. I will be at the Perry Club on Thursday if you're in the New York area. Michalene, where can the people find you?
I could be found right with you here.
I love it.
The football show.
I know, exactly. So maybe change it to another thing. But I'll be doing another live this week, obviously. And if you're not subscribed to Gino Bisconti on Rumble for It Not Water, I'm the booth gal there. They call me Soundboard Kiki in the streets. Subscribe Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then normally on Thursdays for the football show. So subscribe there as well. You guys are the Eels Hips,
Cat's Pajamas,
and the Bee's Knees. Kiki and Michalene out. Bye, everyone.
Thank you. We love you. Thanks for joining us.